Okay. Oh wow, we are back live. And I'm here alone. I ain't got no man. But let me tell y'all something really quickly. Let me open up, you know what I'm saying? Let me open up really quickly. Somebody left a comment in there, and I'm going to start doing this. My favorite comment of the day. I'm going to start that today. Y'all remind me to read. And we only going to go by a comment that y'all post on the video. And I'm going to say a favorite comment of the day. Okay, let me go back to this comment somebody wrote, and I want to give them a shout out. So you could get a shout out too if you give a good comment. All right. So give me a second here. Let me scroll up. Okay. I want to say shout out to I'm Jess ERYKAH. Said this. Wiley be using his YouTube channel to get buzzy. All right. That's exactly what they said. And then somebody said under that, Mel Bookie, or I hope I said it right, said he definitely does. Okay. Now, buzzy with a B, I do not get that. Not at all. I interview people on our show to get them on the show, whatever, to talk or whatever the case would be. I'm not doing that to get any pussy. But even if I was, I ain't on the down low like these other creators out here interviewing adult entertainers, fantasize about them, pretend to be straight. You know what I like. I like women. I like men. Okay. And so if you're a beautiful man, I'm going to tell you about yourself. All right. So let's just keep that all the way clear. But yeah, every time and it's more gorgeous. I got another gorgeous chocolate man coming on tonight. So I always gonna have gorgeous men. I love gorgeous men. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and interview a gorgeous man and pretend like I'm straight, but ask them all type of questions about man on man action. We out of the closet over here. I want 3 people to type in the chat. I'm out of the closet. Okay. We closet free over here. We are not on the down low over here. So over here, we're going to have real conversation about love making, lipping and lapping, about bathhouses, about hobos. We're going to talk about it all over here. I'm going to make that clear. We're going to talk about it all over here. And I had to tell my guy, I said, listen, this is a national, this ain't just no show in no Dallas. This is an international show. You don't know who going to jump out the bush if you come on this show. And the rumors and the allegations of what the rumors they're going to say. They're going to say we dating or whatever the case may be. But they're going to come and talk to y'all or comment in the chat. It is what it is. Let's just keep that all the way clear. Let's keep that all the way clear here. They going to come out here. We closet free. I need 3 more people to say closet free over here. We closet free over here. Let's keep that all the way clear. All right? We closet free over here. And let me tell you, y'all, this chat is rough. Baby, we going to talk about your teeth, your eyebrows, your eyeballs. This is a virtual show. This ain't no podcast. And see, some of y'all ain't going to be able to handle being no creator because I can't tell you how many people come out. Your face is made for the radio. That's an insult because what they saying is, I don't want to see your face. I just want to hear your voice. Why don't you put on those sunglasses? I'm not blind, right? I want people to see who I am. So when they see me in the grocery store, they gonna know, oh, that's Wiley. I got a distinct look. So I'm gonna talk about it. It is what it is over here. All right. So people can talk about all that. Oh, you got a face for a radio and blah, blah, blah. Yo, because when we do our shorts, we talking to a brand new audience. And I talk to my producer. I'm talking to a brand new people. When I post a short over there, I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all not my target audience. Y'all love 6-hour lives. Y'all are my congregation. Y'all love Pastor Wiley Live. But I go over there to the shorts because those are the quickie. You know, that's a brand new audience. And when I look at them comments, your eye is always about I. I. That's a brand new. Y'all don't mention the I because you used to it. It don't bother you no more. You open up to it. You used to it by now. But when I go to that short, baby, that's a brand new. They never. Who are you with that ugly eye? You were talking about my favorite artist. You know they drag me for filth over there. That's a brand new demographic. All right, over here y'all don't talk about the eye. You don't. But over there on the shorts, baby, they're gonna talk about that every other sentence, the eye. Right? So that's just how it is. People are very judgmental about the eye. They're very judgmental about the eye. But I know my personality, and because the system now, if you grew up and you seen people with cock eyes and loose eyes and they're famous making money, that wouldn't be an issue. We talked about it. So we got to break through that. So we got to be famous and have so much clout, and then all my hoes gonna have clock eyes. They're in my videos. Everybody in my staff got oogly eyes, one arm, one leg. They on national, international platform, so we can break through the chains of what you think is true beauty. That both your eyes got to be straight. You got to have two legs. You can't drool. I'm gonna get all the outcasts, all the slow people, all the disabled people, wherever, and bring them on an international platform. Yeah, you might have a lady that ain't got no legs. She may want to twerk, even though she gonna hop up and down, but she may want to twerk on that wheelchair. I want to cater towards that audience. Okay? So on the behalf of all the outcasts and slow people and weird people and handicapped people, I want to be put on to put us on an international platform, because everybody don't have straight eyes. Everybody don't walk straight. Some people walk wobbly. Everybody don't speak perfect English, etc. Some people do drool when they talk. Some people stutter. So I want to cater towards that. Do you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? And so I got so tired of people trying to tell me how to look. So this idea of beauty, right? So I want to make sure I cater towards those that eat chalk and all of that in padded rooms. I want to cater towards that audience, and I want to keep it all the way clear. I want to cater towards that audience, because if I cater towards that audience, then it's great, because that's an underserved community. You cannot hardly turn on television and see somebody with a cock eye. I know it's plenty talented, educated people that eyeballs that wondering why they ain't on CNN, MSNBC, on Roland Martin Unfiltered, or on the Shade Room, or Hollywood Online. Why we don't see people with cock eyes out there? I know they out there. Where is the cock eye reporters? Can you please point me to them? You black and cock. I know they talented, but the people in the power, the producers, feel like, it's not going to turn viewers away. And that's why I want the power, and I put them on. I want to own it. So that's why I put anybody that want to come on this platform on my show, right? I don't care what you have. If you got a good story, come on over to the Wiley Show, right? We do not discriminate, all right? I'm just saying right then and there. But yes, but I get it. And also, YouTube have taught me that I'm glad to be this. And this is one thing that I can say about Milagro Grams. Y'all know who she is, right? She, back in the day, she said, "You reminded me of my brother," her slow brother. And I understood what she was saying, because you're letting people know that you can do this. And yes, I have to work twice as hard. Absolutely, I have to work twice as hard to demand respect. And some people demean your respect by just saying you trolling. But if I had a body and 2 eyes, I don't think you would use the word trolling. You might as well. That trolling is you calling me slow. All right, you're saying you don't have an opinion, right? But if I have both the eyes straight and look good in the body, you won't say the word trolling. That is another word for slow. You just say trolling. Just like these Republicans saying woke, that's another word for black. That's another word for the N-word, right? Because you're telling me I can't have an opinion. I have to agree with you, right? Do you understand that? I have to agree with what you want me to agree with. Then you just demean what I say as trolling because I don't agree with your hand part. I don't agree with women should be running over men. I don't agree that women should wear 30 cases of makeup on their face. I don't agree that women should be masculine, but I have to be trolling about that. Wait a minute. I can't have no opinion, right? I can't have no opinion here. And speaking about it, we could just really dive into that. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of this brother. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of him since we talking about this. We just gonna ring it because sometimes I be on this channel, child, and I just be going through it. And ideas just flow in me like a mighty river. So this video might be 6 hours long. Okay, it might be 6 hours long. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but y'all gonna be here with us, and y'all gonna definitely show love and show support in the show. And y'all stay on top of them. We worry about people that ain't here. I don't give a darn. We hope they bless. Y'all stay on these topics because y'all don't care nothing about these people when they here. Because when they here, y'all run them away. All right. So then stick on the topics. Y'all don't care nothing about what these please. That's fake love. All right. Y'all stick on the topics. Okay. So let me put this person picture up there. Let me take this person down. This picture. Okay, I can take this one down. Ooh, child, I don't on my limit over here. Okay, now let me put this picture up here because this person I do want to talk about. And give me a second while I bring him up. And y'all know one of my favorite creators on Twitch, one of the highest creators, streamers ever, Kai. So Kai is a young brother that had a black woman on the platform. And when he had a black woman on the platform, and when he had this black woman on the platform, he literally was making fun of her makeup, right? He was literally making fun of her makeup and saying she had a makeup. But then he made fun of the woman saying that she had a chin like Natalie Nunn, chin check me or something like that. And then the woman had the audacity to say, oh, I'm so bad he made fun of my makeup. But honey, first and foremost, when you get on the platform with a creator, we're not going to keep catering to you. If you feel like you got a lot of makeup on, brother's going to say it. But Kai, a lot of these guys lust after people with a lot of makeup on, right? That's all that we see a lot of women with makeup. But if you know you come on my show with a lot of makeup, I'm going to roast and gag you. Like if Angie Stone come there with them H-word bumps, lips that she got, look like she got touched with some bumps and rashes on her lips, and with them eyelashes, of course, I'm going to talk about you. Okay, I'm a visual person. I'm a content creator. I'm going to tell a joke. It is what it is. This is exactly what I'm going to do. So you come up on my platform without 50 coats of makeup, you know that's a catfishing. That is catfishing. And I know a lot of women don't want to hear this. You know you got all that acne. Your face ain't all that smooth. So you already know you don't need to be wearing all that makeup. I need to see the real you. And if you do got bumps, if you do got crusty bumps, I need to see the crusty bumps. I need to see your different skin tones of your lips and of your face. One part of your neck is crispy black, other part is light shade black. I want to see it all. You know what I'm saying? You might have different blotches of different skin tone, but I need to see it because I know your skin ain't all that perfect. That is a form of catfishing. When I say Monique for loving love after lockup, marriage after whatever, love after lockup, this woman looked like a totally different person with makeup without makeup. That is a form of catfishing. That's a false advertisement because you know you ain't got all that hair. You ain't got no hair. So I need to see that because I don't want to go fall in love with a false image of you. I want to fall in love with the real you. I don't want to have to wait till we get married and 5 years in to find out you ain't got no eyebrows, to find out your legs got all type of sores and bumps. I need to see all of that before I walk down the aisle because I'm walking down the aisle with a false image of you. That's what I'm walking down the aisle with a false image of you. I want to walk down the aisle with a woman that is real. The same with the brothers, because now the spirit of catfishing leaped on the brothers. Now the brothers want to get wig implants. The brothers want to get knee implants. The brothers want to get lip implants. The brothers want to spray all that black stuff all on their head, knowing that your line go up back there, but you're going to spray it that it go up there. Women need to see that. Then when you take all that off and take a shower, you ain't got no hair like that. It ain't no waves. It's a wig. Your wig with 360 waves is on the mannequin, and her wig, that 3-piece and baby hair, is on the mannequin. Y'all falling in love with false people. You're falling in love with clowns. I want to fall in love with the real you. And if you can't fall in love with me having a lining back there or with no line and no eyebrows, then we don't need to be together, right? So when Kai made fun of the lady with the makeup, he didn't lie. The woman had a lot of makeup and she did not look 23 years old. She looked like she was 40, 50 some years old because she looked so old with all that makeup. And you couldn't tell her that she didn't look good. No, I need to see the real you. We need to bring back natural looking people. It is hard to find natural looking people. It is difficult to find natural looking people. And we need to find them natural looking people. We need to bring them back and promote them on all industries, because I am tired of seeing people have to spend thousands of dollars. You know, it's expensive to put all that makeup and put all that baby hair if you want it done right. Breast implant, butt implant, knee implants. It's expensive to go through that over and over again. It is very expensive. It is very expensive. You're spending a lot of money on false hair. It's false. It is not real. And a lot of women do it because they insecure on how they look, because they are chasing a style that they've been indoctrinated with since they was a baby, and they have been looking after that forever. And then the brothers, we don't want that. A lot of brothers do not want that. When we talk in the barbershops, we talk behind your back. We don't want your body all hard brick like concrete. We want things that are natural, right? We know you are sick. We know you can't sit down. You know you got to take antibiotics because you're putting foreign objects in your body. A real true alpha man want a natural woman. All right. Unless you are a beta, then of course you take whatever. But if you're an alpha man, you want your woman to be natural. Period. Point blank. You want her to be natural as that. You want your woman to be natural. I'm going to say it again. You want your woman to be natural. So I'm not upset about that at all, about her making fun of the woman for doing that. Okay. I'm not understanding that at all, because I get it and I understand this. And since we on it, hold on, let me see. Let me see. Hope I said her name right, because there's somebody else I do want to talk about since we own this subject. Look at God. I mean, soon as I go live, the ideas start flowing like milk and honey. Let me see if I can find her picture, because somebody else that I do want to talk about. She just fell in my spirit right now. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of her, if it allow me to do it. Yes, it does. We're going to talk about this subject too. And we will put the timestamps out as well. So Kai, I love you. And you know, you always going to get people to get mad at you because they want your bad. You are a chocolate young brother that you make more money than some people will ever see in their life. They will never make $2 million in a lifetime. You make that in a month. So we want to say, God bless you, brother, to you. Assalamu alaikum. Salaikum salam, brother. All right. So let me take this picture down really quickly, and let me bring another picture up here because I want to talk about her. And let's just do it. I definitely want to talk about her really quickly. Now, you see this lady on the screen, Kylie Jenner. I hope I'm saying her name right. Miss Kylie Jenner. Okay. Kylie Jenner is a woman that made a lot of money looking like black women. So she was on the Kardashians, whatever, and she was literally sitting down and saying, I don't want my daughter to get a boob job. She's beautiful, and I should have never got a boob job. I regret getting a boob job because I had perfect boobs, right? And I should have never did it, or I should have waited, and all of that. But my thing is this: the reason why you got the boob job is because you was looking at other people in society, and you got your body all worked on, cut up open, and got all that concrete in your chest, and now you regret it because it's affecting your health, it's affecting you, and now you regret it because it's no longer in style. Y'all have literally follow these people that propaganda that they put out, that you must have a perfect chest, that your chest got to be huge, your chest got to be that. And regardless of whether you want to do it or not, and maybe she could be trolling back China or whatever the case may be, but I do believe this: she don't want her daughter to do all that cosmetic surgery. She don't want her daughter to do it. And my thing is that you don't have to do all that cosmetics. I want my woman natural. I want her natural. There's nothing wrong with being natural. I don't want things that it's hard bricks and hard, like I'm sleeping on concrete. I want to be in the flat, and you know what I'm saying. You know how the breath of the woman feel, the real natural woman. I don't want to steal all that surgical implant, silver and metal, and all that type of stuff. No, you ain't been in no war or nothing. You just doing that because you want to look pretty. I want to sit on something that is soft and firm, not some hard bricks like rocks. No, right? I don't want to do that. So I don't think that you should be getting surgery at 18. You're not fully developed yet to be getting that type of surgery. But nevertheless, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, and then broke folks doing it. You broke. You can't even hardly pay your rent and pay your light bill and pay your gas bill. And here you are scamming to get to Colombia and all these different countries in Mexico, get things done to your body and trying to keep you a man. He's still gonna cheat on you. I don't care how you look. Your body can be a number 0. He's still gonna cheat if he gonna cheat. I don't care how you work on that body. That brother will get a obese white woman before he settled down with you. So you can't change a man. Man got different types. I've seen so many gorgeous black men got a big, wide, obese white woman, white Karen trailer park, from the South, just as huge, penny with brown dookie stains, and she got her whole snack at home, right? I've seen it happen. Her head ain't all that. She ain't got no perfect body, dookie stains, sweat all in the crotch and all that type of stuff. And got a good looking man with a nice body and tattoos and everything like that. I'm just keeping it all the way real. I just take a trip to the gas station and that's what I see. I mean, it is what it is. And he right there with her, stinking that smelling like white potato chips and just all that type of stuff, just stinking. But he right there eating out her box and loving the ground that she walk on. All right, loving the ground that she walk on. All right. Loving the ground that you walk on. Let me tell you, run in and there, I like my woman natural. I like them natural, and I love it. Be natural, all right? Be natural and have that natural look and stuff like that. Um, yeah. So that's what I have to say about that. Okay. That's the way to go. I love it natural. So I just love it now. And I know a lot of women ain't gonna understand this. The whole thing about being natural. I love it being natural. Like natural is amazing. Like being natural is amazing. We need to promote naturalism, right? Natural is amazing. So and of course we had to apologize to Erica Banks, and we did apologize to her. And we've been working with some people with 1501 or whatever. We had an amazing situation. We may have some guests on for 1501, and they had invited me some stuff for that, and we will be going and everything. And it's gonna be great. Shout out to Baby Joker. Baby Joker have been doing some stuff, and I said, hey, I'm gonna promote you for free, Baby Joker. You know what I'm saying, Baby Joker. So y'all make sure. I need 3 people to type in the chat, Baby Joker. And can y'all let Baby Joker know that we talking about him? I need 3 people to type in the chat, Baby Joker. Give me about 3 people to type in the chat, Baby Joker. I need 3 people to type in the chat, Baby Joker. We want to make him famous. Can we make him famous? Can we get 3 people to type in the chat, Baby Joker? Can somebody at least, to type in the chat, Baby Joker, really quickly? Can y'all reach out to Baby Joker and tell him that we love him? We showing him support. Just show him support. We just gonna talk about Baby Joker Baby Joker. Okay, I see it. I see it right then and there. I see it. Y'all. Okay, because when you see it, that'll make people go talk about it. Yeah, Baby Joker. Okay, he's a 1501 superstar. You know, if you don't know nothing about him, you don't know nothing about him. Just trust my word. That's one of the top leading rappers that's on his way up in the industry. Okay, now let's talk about this liar right here. All right, Carlee, a liar, Jesse Smollett Russell decided to lie. You know, we knew about it. We knew that she lied. We knew that she told this crap lie that she saw a baby on the highway and all this. To find out it did not happen. Now, they said they're gonna give her 1 year. I disagree with that 1 year sentence. I believe it's too light. I believe that she should get about 10 years in prison. And the reason why I advocated for that, because she did lie. And these hardworking American citizens from the South, they work really, really hard. Our brothers in blue, our brothers and sisters in blue, our law enforcement agencies, they work really hard to find this woman on food stamps. I believe she's on food stamps. Look like her parents on welfare, probably a Democrat. And so I hope that they can do a better job, you know, giving her more of a sentence, because she do look like a Democrat. Maybe she look like a Biden supporter. Maybe she's a Kamala Harris supporter, Vice President Harris. So I really believe that they should just do a better job going after her, giving her a 10-year sentence, because, you know, these Democrats, what they do, they just lie so much, and they believe in these liberals, and they be so woke, and they say these lies. And of course she Googled a Hollywood movie, so you already know that she definitely is a liberal, and she's a Democrat. So I believe those Republicans should definitely make an example out of her. We don't have this kind of doing in Alabama. Alabama is a very southern, wholesome state, very educated state, wholesome, very high maintenance, high class. They just, you know, that you don't hear too much crime happening in Alabama. And so this woman, black, maybe she's with BLM, I don't know, but I personally feel like she should not get a 1 year sentence. Honestly, I don't believe that. I believe she should get at least about a 10-year sentence, honestly, because she lied. Give her the same sentence you would give an actual kidnapper. Give her that sentence. And I'm being really light. I just said 10 years, hard labor, pick cotton, and all of those type of stuff. But I believe that she should do it because we gotta show an example. And I know a lot of people disagree with me, and that's fine. You could disagree with me all day, but this lady had lied. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel if you have a true missing person, a true missing person, and your loved one don't get no police coverage or news coverage, and then this liar, obese liar, Obama liar, she's probably Obama supporter, I don't know, come out here and just blatantly lie on and get all this attention. I think she should get 10 years in prison, honestly. Now, if you think that she should get more than 1 year, press 1. If you think that you think it's good to her to get 1 year, press 2. You fine with that sentence with 1 year, press 2. If you think she should get more than a 1 year sentence, press 1. If you think she should get more than a 1 year sentence, press 1. If you think she is fine with a 1 year sentence, press 2. You fine with the sentence. If you think she get more than 1 year, press 1. If you think it's fine, press 2. If you think she should get more, press 1. If you think she should get more, press 1. If you think she's fine, press 2. I want to see what y'all have to say. Come on up out them bushes. Come on out them bushes. All right. Come on up out them bushes. All right. All right. I hear what y'all had to say. Okay, y'all saying it right then and there. So yes, the cops they are pressing charge. I believe that they're recommending a year from my research. I believe they said they're recommending a year on my research. Now I got to talk about this, and really, really important. And I want to just keep it real here. And I got to talk about this. And I want y'all to hear what I got to say about this migrant problem, right? So the governor of Texas, right? The governor of Texas decided to ship migrants from the southern border to all of these northern states, right? To all of these northern states. And when Greg Abbott did this, he shipped them to all of these northern states, right? That say we have a sanctuary city. So he sent them to Chicago and New York. I'm going to stick with those two cities, New York and Chicago, all right? So Chicago is dealing with such a crisis that they are, pretty much trying to house them, and they're finding them apartments. But then the black community and Ottomans that was there, they're saying, listen, this is unfair that they're committing all this crime in Woodlawn, all of this trafficking. This is sad. The mayor, Brandon Johnson, with all due respect, he's been in there for not even a good solid 3 months. He don't know what to do. It is a crisis because the city is just really running through their cash, and the state they don't want to give enough. The federal government ain't giving anything because the Republicans got the power of the purse, and they don't want to. They want this to continue to happen. So New York, Eric Adams, he was like, we don't have no room. Don't come here. We don't have no room at all. Please don't come here. Then we had New York decided to put people in a motel, and the guests in the motel, they told them to leave, that they had 4 hours to vacate because they had a contract, some town out in New York, a contract to house migrants. So the council person there said, no, we're not a sanctuary place. We don't want this. They want to sue. It's crazy. Now you got city council members in New York saying we need to get away with this whole sanctuary city. We need to deport. We need to get away with this. We're not with this. They have laws on the books that you can't even hire a migrant without them having their papers, because you would get a $10,000 or $15,000 fine. So she said they can't do it because these small businesses will lose their job, will lose their company. So my point is this: all of you liberals, it sound good on paper. Oh, we are a sanctuary city, but you don't care nothing about that because they're in your neighborhood. But you said sanctuary city. Did you not say that, Democrats? Y'all ran on that. We are a proud sanctuary. California, the same thing. Now you dealing with the blunt of the issue, because it's easy to tell the southern states, Texas, Arizona, all that, and just dealing with the border crisis, to tell them, oh, we are a sanctuary city. So those southern states, like the governor here in Texas, right? As you know, we visit here. The governor here in Texas, he said, okay, y'all say y'all are a sanctuary city, so I'm going to bust these migrants up north, and y'all deal with it. Now they understand that this is a huge issue, and it's bankrupting their budgets, and now there is some council people saying they're regretting this sanctuary status. Now, Eric Adams is kicking people out, saying you got 60 days to leave, and they're saying, well, where to go? You could be out on the street. I don't care where you go, and pretty much you got to leave this shelter in 60 days. It's a crisis because he feel like, listen, we going through it with our regular folks that's citizens. They can't get a bed because we got these people that don't speak English that are not a citizens taking up all of the resources. So now, in order for the mayor of New York to look good with his constituents, he said, y'all got 60 days to leave. Now you're going to see a lot of these so-called liberal Democrats. They're going to be so strong right-wing with their policies. They're going to say, nope, you got to leave here. Just be out on the street. Who cares? They're going to be locking them up. And eventually they're going to be starting to work with the federal government to deport these people back to their native land. It's going to have to happen. I mean, because Democrats, unfortunately, they're behind ball here. They don't want to talk about it, but it is a crisis. If you just look and just read your newspaper and look at the news, it is a crisis that is happening in many of these northern places. And people like Pookie and Ray Ray can't get any services because from all of these from all of these places, taking the resources, right? They're stealing. You have gangs that are recruiting these migrants, right? Because they have no resources. They're on the street at trafficking. 2 police officers from the police station in Chicago, probably more police officers than that from my sources, said they were actually sleeping with underage migrants. Teenagers, children, they were sleeping with them. They're trying to make it seem like it was 1 or 2 cases from my sources. I keep my ear to the streets. There was more of that going on. So it's a disaster that is going on. But I blame the Democrats because y'all sat here and advocated sanctuary city. It don't work. What need to happen is immigration laws from both parties, Republican and from Democrats. Both need to come together. Both need to network and to see how can we handle this issue. But continue to bring those people. No, they have not been fired yet. They're under investigation. But to bring them to up north, I believe that's what Republicans are doing. And they're going to bring more to Chicago because Chicago got the DNC. They got the Democratic National Convention, right? That's the most powerful party that's in power right now. Their national convention will be in Chicago on next year. So they're busting. They want to create so much confusion to Brandon Johnson to break him so he can come out and say to the president, say, Mr. President, you have failed the city of Chicago. They want that. And then when they get those sound bites, because what Republicans want is for these black leadership or these candidates or these mayors, because New York and Chicago both are black men. They want those black men to do a press conference and to drag President Biden. Okay, they want that, and once that happens, the RNC going to take those footage and use that in commercials and say, under President Donald J. Trump, this would have not happened. They will go back to their country. And then that will help President Donald Trump to come out and say, oh, okay, now you understand why I say build a wall. America services and shelters and welfare services are for the American people. It is not for folks that are coming to the country with no birth certificate. They're not citizens. We are first in charge. America first. And then only thing President Donald Trump have to do with that messaging is to go to the south side of Chicago, to Inglewood, to all of these hard-hit places in New York that their services have been going. Now he will be invited and come. And then black folks will be like, well, I kind of lean to President Trump because these folks is taking our resources. You understand what I'm saying? Because they understand, we know we can't take all black people for the Democratic Party. That's impossible. But we damn sure can take a piece of it. And if we keep chipping away from their power base, they will be out of power, right? Because this is making it easy for the Republicans, because these so-called white liberals, they talk a good game, but they don't do a damn thing. They just talk good. They look good. Hot sauce in my bag, but they are worse for black people than Republicans are, because when I look at the statistics of housing, black home ownership is at a low rate. Black entrepreneurship of getting lines of credit still historically low. Black federal government contracts for black-owned business, black-owned, low. Black-owned media companies like myself still don't get their fair share in ad dollars from the federal government, and this is run by so-called liberals. So tell me, how is it that Democrats are so great for black people and we still suffering? Well, many black people are still not able to become homeowners. Many black folks can't even get their places appraised with black art. They got to put white people on the wall because they ain't going to appraise it right. They're going to give a low value because it's too black. That's still going on under the leadership of a Democratic president. And many of these Democratic cities and many of these Democratic states are getting run down with a lot of poverty. So again, and this I'm going to segue into this segment when it comes to our brother here. Let me see if I can segue into that. And again, I'm all for helping people. But first and foremost, I'm from the school of thought. Before I get to this next subject, I'm from the school of thought, I'm going to help my people first. That's just like me having kids in my house and I'm neglecting them and getting kids that ain't even mind helping them, feeding them, clothing them, putting new shoes on them, giving them free apartments, and I neglect my own kids. That's how I feel about this migrant problem. You are going out your way, giving them apartments, giving them food, giving them cell phones, giving them leases, but Pookie and Raywa and Shaquita and them and Helen and Sally and all these other people live and born in this country can't get an apartment. You mean to tell me people that can't even say hello and can't even say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they got to say uno, dos, tres, they can get everything? You can't tell me that you for the American people if you give them rights and give the people that live in this country forever, they get nothing. You're not in any moral position to ask for the vote of the black man and the white man. No, because you are giving them all of these services. And now And this next election, I think it's up for free grabs, honestly, because now everybody that was so against Trump, it ain't gonna work now. Because now what the people gonna remember, they in your neighborhood, they taking your school. And if I was the Republican Party, I would invest so much money in these Democratic strongholds with so many commercials, with so many interviews, with so many data, and say, look at what's happening to your neighborhood. They are taking over your neighborhood, and you built this country as a black person. You lived here, and they have bypassed you. What have they done for you? You went to those meetings, and what did they do? They invited people that don't look like you. They don't have no rights, but yet they're getting all of the money. Those messaging will be so effective to New York, to Chicago, to many of California, to many of these places, because these so-called liberals lied to the people saying they so sanctuary. No. Because if you're a sanctuary city, then put them everywhere part of the city. Why they got to be in the work? Why they got to be in the most low income cities that already deprived of resources, the South Side or the West Side? Why they not in the most high price New York area, Manhattan or downtown Chicago? You said sanctuary city? You didn't say okay, sanctuary in the hood. Y'all can get sanctuary with people with low income. No, you said a sanctuary city. So put them people where they people at, and put them people where they rich, and let them take care of them. And so that's why I don't understand here in New York, they're dealing with such a catastrophe. They don't want to give them free buses no more. The mayor he getting sued. The ACLU suing them. Like, it's a disaster, because I understand the mayor. You are in a bad place because you got to drag the federal government. They got to help you, because this is their problem. This is a federal issue that now have went on to the states, and it was only a couple of states that was dealing with the blunt of the issue. But these Republicans were smart. They said, okay, I'm tired of dealing with this. President Biden won't do nothing about it. So we're going to ship it to some of his greatest allies, New York, Chicago, California, all of these blue strongholds, and we're going to create so much catastrophe that they're going to regret ever voting for a Democrat. And they may not never vote for us, but if they stay at home, that is a win, right? If you stay at home, they win, right? So they understand that. They know, I know they probably ain't going to vote for me, but if they stay at home, that's a win for us. And so that's a strategy that they developed last year, and is you dealing with the results of it. We still ain't in 2024. We got multiple months. And while we talking, they still send busloads to Chicago, to New York, to California. They selling busloads and busloads and busloads. And then Biden ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing because they want, and it's up to the mayor. And if I was Brandon Johnson, to save my dignity, I would speak up. I will continue to speak and say, hey, player, have a press conference. You and Eric Adams, y'all do a joint press conference to say that President Biden have failed our cities. He's going to have to tell Congress to pass a law to give us federal resources. We are going bankrupt trying to take care of these people that are not citizens. And this issue, it is an American issue, and Congress got the purse, and they need to help us cities out. And also the governors of those states need to speak up as well. They have to drag President Biden. I understand you can't do it because it's a presidential election, but your cities are becoming bankrupt. You can't hardly pay your bills. You going through, you got to pull money out of reserves. So if you're dealing with a crisis, a hurricane or a tornado, your city will really go through up in the air, because you're trying to pull all this money that you don't have, right? Then you still got to take care of your regular homeless people that are citizens. And then you got to cater to all these entities. You got to call out President Biden. There is no other way. You got to apply pressure to the Congress. You got to apply pressure to the Senate. You got to apply pressure to the President Biden. You got to. You got to. You got to call out Congress. You got to speak to Congress. You got to go there and advocate and send your team, your administration team, to Capitol Hill and use these Democrats and try to work with Republicans. Say, hey, we need a bag, because you ain't gonna be able to keep this up, because somebody gonna run out of some money. All right. And so it's definitely going to happen. Now, already, I'm looking at the issue here. And the crime is, you ain't saying nothing about crime. Crime going to be worse, because Republicans know this. Oh, they have no resources. Oh, what do you think they're going to do? You're going to start turning on the residents, robbing them, joining gangs. And then already and the Republicans know this, that Oh my gosh, we know they're going to go to the poor parts of their city. They're not going to go to rich parts. So they already dealing with crime. We're going to turn up the antics and bring more people with no rights and have them doing crime. So it's going to be a lot that is going to go on here. And when I tell you, I see it all. I'm in City Hall. I'm listening to alderman people, city council people all over. They are pissed off, but a lot of them can't say nothing because this is an election year. They can't say nothing, but you still got bills to be paid, and a lot of them, if they want to keep their jobs, they're gonna have to speak up. But you will see more Democrat talking and dragging President Biden. This is gonna be tough because now President Trump, he have something to run on. Now he have a very effective messaging about the American people, that we must take care of the American people. On the debate stage, she could easily tell President Biden, understand this, sir. Do you think that we should be taking care of people that are not citizens, put them on a priority list? But what about the black and brown people that have been voting Democrat? When are they going to be number one? Start talking that language and speaking to the black people, and go to black people. And it's up for grabs. It is up for grabs. I tell Republicans, you need to be investing so much money in these blue states, because you're going to get all this international press. You're going to get all of this stuff. And if you can dilute it, you can win. I never thought in Illinois that they would have a Republican governor. What was that? Bruce Warren, whatever his name was. He was a Republican governor. I never seen it before. And I believe it probably happened, but I was shocked. But what he did was he started talking to black folks, and he started getting some of them black preachers on his side, and he won, right? He didn't keep his job, though. He eventually lost. Somebody else replaced him, but he did take over the state of Illinois. So it can happen. Only thing you got to do, if you put the resources and you got an effective message, is up for grabs. And Democrats got to be very careful, because you got some Democrats that are jumping sides, just like the sister out there in Georgia. She no longer want to be a Democrat. She now a Republican. So again, baby, I'm going to keep my eye open to 2024, because this is getting very interesting. And when I worked and when I sat there, I don't know about Bruce. I think I said his name wrong. I know we had a Republican governor in there. Y'all post his name. But I can see it, because when I was in City Hall, they kept saying, Trump, build that wall. They kept saying it. When I talked to a sister on the train station, she said, yes, I may for the first time vote for President Trump, because I feel that the Democrats have failed us, and they put other people ahead of us, and not the American interests, not Americans. So I'm hearing that. So I'm all the way around. And so when you go to your city hall, you will see, go to those meetings, and I see it. I get every email sent to me about what's going on in City Hall, like the public stuff. Then I get the behind the scenes stuff. Baby, they pissed. Baby, they is pissed at Brandon Johnson, right? The mayor, right? They pressure him, and they really pissed at President Biden and the Democrats. They are pissed. But I understand, but they can't do nothing without the Republicans. They got the purse, baby. They control everything in Congress. They ain't giving no. You think the Republicans in the election year, honestly, right? Because it ain't gonna happen. But it's good political theater. See Biden speak up. But do you really think that the Republicans gonna write a check to help the Democrats in the election? Nope. They gonna make as much disaster. They're gonna keep doing it, and it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm already seeing it, man. Brothers and sisters, I'm seeing it. Okay, so it's definitely happened all over. They don't want this black and brown quality that never existed. They tried to group black and brown people together, baby. That went out the window. Them black folks said, when would the brown people ever stood up for us? And so when did they march for us? So I'm seeing the drama and the issue that is going on the local level from these major strongholds. You're talking about cities that Obama comes from, and Hillary Clinton, President Obama come from, Secretary Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, powerful leadership. You're dealing with Nancy Pelosi from California, here. You're dealing with some powerful people, and they are really running them states through. They can't hardly afford it. They can't hardly afford it. So again, Yeah, brothers and sisters, let me go to this other subject since we on here. Do we have Ice Cube in here? I want to see, do we have Ice Cube? I want to talk about Ice Cube. I think okay, I put his picture in there. Okay. So he go to liberals. It's so funny to me. Ice Cube is abandoning the Democratic Party. He's talking to white people. He's going against what he believes. Why is he talking to these people? First and foremost, Ice Cube is a millionaire. Ice Cube is telling the truth that President Obama didn't do enough for black people, and what he talking about is reparations, and that ain't gonna never happen. He's talking about the poverty level for black folks still was low. He's talking about black home ownership still went at a high rate. He's talking about the black and white wealth gap still did not bridge because of that. So you can't get mad at Ice Cube because he's talking to Republicans. You can talk, black people can talk. I tell people we need to see who the best person for the job. We don't need to be, hey, what are you offering over here? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But anytime black folks that were power of influence talk to Republicans, they got to be an Uncle Tom, they got to be an Uncle Rufus, or all these weird, stupid terms. But these same folks dedicate to white liberals, and we don't get nothing. So what are we called? Okay, all right. What are we called? So I don't have a problem with Ice Cube talking to anybody he want to talk to. At the end of the day, I don't have a problem with it at all. I don't have a problem with him talking to the other side. I don't have a problem with me talking to Republicans, because some Republicans I like, some I don't. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm gonna get canceled, but we got to do for ourselves. We got to fight for everything we got to get. Because if you depending on a liberal or a Republican to help you and you black, you're going to be in there for a rude awakening. You got to get up and get to work and fight for everything. You got to. I mean, you got to. Sometimes it's going to have to take you to start running for office. And then when you run for office, you got to be saying, hey, listen, I'm doing this for my people. I may not be able to make it through the whole entire thing, but while I got this power, I'm going to use it. We as black folks, and not just with voting all the time, right? I'm talking about not just with voting on. That's good, right? That's the first part. But we also need to educate our people too to get into those seats. City hall, city council, school board, and just take over. And then when we get in office, don't go in there being weak. Just go in there, okay, we're going to make sure that we stand up for our people. The issue is that these black folks, they're weak leaders. They're weak. They're just a black person for the interests of white folks, right? But it's hardly ever, you have found politicians that really stood up for black folks and helped black people, stood up for black people. I mean, you can go back to the mayor, the first black mayor of Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, that was a true leader. I mean, he stood up to the powerful structure of wealthy whites and said, hey, y'all got to share the wealth with black folks and give them some capital so they can be able to get some of these contracts. And because of his sacrifice and leadership, Atlanta is one of the most wealthiest cities with so many black millionaires in Atlanta, Georgia, because their mayor stood up and fought for them to get a piece of the government money. Because people forget, government is one of the largest employers in the world here, and they got a lot of bread, and a lot of black folks ain't getting a piece of that pie. I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, if we get a contract right now, let's say from for the DNC or the RNC, right? Let's just talk for Democrat, because Democrat, they so pro-black, they for black folks. So, right, if they would say, okay, Wiley, we're gonna give you $10 million to post ads, we're gonna see commercials so you can run ads on your channel. That will help. That's generational wealth right there, right? But that's a pipe dream, because they give you scraps, and then they'll give it to black targeted places, right? And then real black owned, you black, you got to fight for the scraps. I forgot what they call it in ad agencies, but they call it something, meaning that, okay, we got to list some for the, I'm gonna call it for the scraps. And then the last standing black owned business, black owned media have to fight for the scraps, right? And these are so-called liberals, Democrats. They supposed to be for black folks. They ain't racist, baby. They ain't Trump. But when you look at the money that's funneling through elections and campaigns, black people do not get their proper amount. When you're talking about posters, when you're talking about, political advisors, black people don't get it. And most of these Democrats don't have enough black political advisors, black folks, right? Ad agencies, these ad agencies that are controlled by whites, literally give black-owned media companies a piece, sometimes a crumb, a piece of a crumb, and say, be happy, right? So I'm just being real with you, right? And you really got to be woke. You really got to be awake to this. And I know this. I mean, Malcolm X talked about the white liberals. He talked about it. Dr. King started talking about it. You hear it. Like we, in order for us to have what we have, we always have to fight to get it. Nothing was ever given to us. Not the Civil Rights Act, not the Public Accommodation Act, not voters' rights. Nothing was just given to us. People have sacrificed. They have died. They have sacrificed sleep, relationships, their image, money, just to get half of what we have. And now in 2023, you think things will be so much better, right? It's better in some aspects, right? But we still are fighting for our basic existence. Black folks are still behind when it comes to home ownership. And if you really want to change things, President Biden, what have you done to help more black folks to become homeowners? Because home ownership is the key of wealth. Most wealthy people, they real estate portfolio is amazing, right? So this is by design. This is why they want us to have property. And then property that black folks did own, they took it. Oh, we're going to take it. Man, give me that. I believe in South Carolina, it's a black woman. They trying to take her property. Then in some southern state, they trying to build a highway and take black folks' property. So we have lost so much. They would just take it. So let's not act like things are fair, because it's not. I mean, systemic racism still exists. We talk about a system. We're not an individual, a system, right? It was a white gentleman. He was talking. He paid for colleges and university, paid for people to go to college in his town, and then he paid for somebody else they could have go, like a parent or somebody else that he paid for their college too. And he said, I need to start using my privilege to help benefit the black people, because of my privilege, he was saying, and because of the disadvantage of black business owners, I was able to take advantage of that because I was white. So now I need to start using my privilege for good. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And how you use your privilege good, not just talking about it, but if you got money and say, okay, I got all this money. All right, I'm going to go to the hood. I'm going to pay for everybody college, university. Okay, you got a business plan. We're going to train you to get a business plan. We're going to invest in your startup, right? That's how you change it. That's how you use your privilege for good. Everybody have a privilege. That's how you use it for good. Okay, I see all you black women in here. Y'all in the food stamp. Okay, I'm going to pay for all y'all to go to nursing school. Pay scot-free. I'm going to pay for y'all to go to nursing school. I'm going to pay for y'all if you ain't got GD, we're going to pay for that. We're going to pay for you to become an RN and a BSN, and then your whole income going to change, right? Oh, you want to go to law school? I'm going to pay for it, right? Because education, some type of industry does work. I mean, the more education you get, some type of industry, it does help you financially. I mean, cybersecurity is a thriving business. Okay, I'm a wealthy black man or a wealthy white man. I'm going to use my privilege. I'm going to go to the worst of the worst part of the country with black poverty. I'm going to pay for Pookie and Ray Ray to become in cybersecurity to help them build AI and robots and all of that. That's how you change the thing. That's how you use your privilege, right? And then once you start making 300, 400,000, then your children are born to a better place. Then they start doing then you become buying properties, et cetera, et cetera. So there's many different ways where you can break through this and to bridge the gap. A lot of these weak-minded, weak people don't want to do it. They talk a good game, and some ain't even talking a good game. They just ain't doing it. They don't even mention it. They're not even proposing to push it. Now, you do have those that have been putting bills up there to help folks. I agree. The Congressional Black Caucus, they have done some good. I'm not going to sit here and say they haven't. A lot of times they just don't promote it. The NAACP have been doing some good. They just don't have a good marketing team to put it out there for regular folks to see it. Because a lot of stuff, we'd be in a worse condition if we didn't have the Urban League, NAACP, filing lawsuits to make sure, like some groups have filed some lawsuits because the mapping, they didn't want to give black folks a representative because they have gotten new, and so black folks. So I believe it's in Alabama. I want to make sure they don't want to give them. I don't get they. So the Supreme Court said, no, this is unright. Nope, you got to give a black district. So they come together, they still didn't do it. So now they got to fight again to get a black district because they don't, because they know if we give them another black district, that's gonna be another Democrat, right? So it's a lot that's going on here, and that's why I like to watch the news, and I like to see it come, bring it back to the Wiley Show and put like Wiley stink on it. But back to Ice Cube, baby, you can talk to whoever you want to talk about. Because at the end of the day, the Democrats have not done a good job for black folks. Neither have the Republicans have done a good job for black folks. Let's just keep that all the way clear. I don't care who you are, Republican or Democrat. All right? Now, how I'm a judge. Now, this is how I judge how a good mayor is. All right? I'm going to keep it clean. I'm going to keep it simple. I can judge how good of an effective mayor in government, how the hood look. Is no longer the hood. Black folks that used to be in poverty, they're thriving. That's how I judge the success of a party. If I come back, let's use Inglewood. I'm gonna use that as an example, right? All these people that were struggling, now they owning homes, they got thriving businesses, they got their credit scores is 750 and up. Then I gotta say, okay, whoo, this party is doing it. But if I don't see that, neither one of them parties doing a good job. They both have failed the black man, the black woman, the black boy, the black girl. Until I see black folks that always been at the bottom, now they are at the top thriving, then I can say that Democrats and Republicans are doing a good job. Until then, they both have get an F plus, they both have failed. Until I see that, until I can go back to Inglewood and I have to watch my back of getting robbed or carjacked, then I can say, y'all doing a good job. Till then, nope, you have failed. Obama failed, Biden failed, and Trump have failed. Until I go to okay, let me make it a little white, because we got white folks. Until I go to the poorest white district and white folks that couldn't fix their teeth because they medicated special pads, they couldn't afford it. Until I see them with some good teeth and thriving in their health and they're making good money, they ain't got to be in no rundown trailer park. Then I can say them Republicans are doing a good job, right? Until I go to the deep part of Mississippi, poor Mississippi, and go back, and then that they thrive is no longer poor Mississippi, it's thriving Mississippi. Then I can say, oh, they doing a good job. Till then, they both have failed. F plus. They ain't doing no good job. No, they ain't doing no good job. Where? Only people that can say the good job if you survive. You doing good. Okay, good for you. But I'm talking about the poor, black, poor, white, poor. You're poor. You've been poor for decades. They ain't doing no good job. I give them an F. What have you been doing for poor people? You ain't doing enough for them to help them get up out of the poverty for they can survive and thrive. You ain't done nothing. You get an F. F plus. You still didn't increase the minimum wage. It's still low. How you gonna be able to survive on $6.65 in this day economy? And you a liberal, you a Republican, you a Democrat. You both have failed. F plus F. Give you an F. Biden, I don't give a darn if you old, you can't hardly talk, and you stumbling over your word, still an F. Oh, Mitch McConnell, yes, Mitch McConnell, and I do feel sad for Mitch McConnell. I'm going to say this about Mitch McConnell. I want to pray to him, Father, heal him in his body. But at least you got good health care. At least you got good health care. Yes, you get the best of the health. Yes, you affected in your health, and I pray that God heal you, right? But you got some good health care. You ain't got to struggle like Pookie and Ray Ray that can't afford the proper care and got to live in some pissy and shitty nursing home and get bed sores up the crack of their ass. At least you got the best health care that money could buy, that you can have a fighting chance. But I'm worried about the old white black woman and man that's sitting in some nursing home in they piss and shit with bed sores infected. I'm worried about them because they don't have the good health care. They don't have wall-to-wall coverage. At least you got all of the services that money can buy. I am praying for you that you're going through in your body and you need to retire. But power, even though you can't even hardly speak, the spirit of power, you don't want to let go of that power. You know you sick and need to be on the sick and shut in and sit on down. Just like that Democrat that's in that wheelchair. You too sick to be out there trying to be a senator where they got to push you and pick you up to an oxygen tank. Shut your hind part down and let somebody younger and healthier and stronger take on the ring. Sit on down. So I'm glad that Jesse Jackson allow himself to sit down and get somebody younger to pick up the baton. Old folks got to know when you can't hardly speak or sit and walk, it's time for you to retire and let somebody else take the reign and keep the movement going forward. Right? I did see that with Mr. McCullough. Couldn't even hardly speak. Who told that man to get up there? Sit down. He done lost his train of thought. He need to be in the hospital. You don't need to be in there talking to no media. Get that man in the hospital. Change his diaper. Get him on some oxygen. Put him on some antibiotics. He don't need to be up there talking to the media. And they got to escort him up out of there. That is just stupid. The Republican Party, let me tell y'all Republicans, I'm going to come to you. Tell that man to retire. He ain't well enough to do that job. It ain't his time. Let him retire. Get him up there trying to speak. Bloop, 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 bloop. What? What did he just say? Bloop, bloop. Get him off the stage. You better be glad. See, this is why I can't go and be no media person. I just couldn't do it. I'd have been escorted out there. But Mitch, shit on now. You know you ain't that well. Get back in that hospital. Get up out of it. You can't. What did he just say? Excuse me? Is that English? What did he just say? What did that man just say? What did he just say? I looked at that. I said, what? I couldn't believe it. But you just so obsessed with power. You know you got to let that go. It's your health that matters. And you better make sure you right with God. Because you go to the Holy Ghost, he ain't going to care that you're in charge of the city. What did you do for my people? Did you give your life to Christ? Man, please. All that power, that's temporary. It's your health that matters. And you being right with God. Man, please. Now you can't hardly speak. You better make sure your name is in the book of life. Man, please. You can't hardly speak. Bloop, 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 bloop. But what about all them white folks that's in your district that can't get medicated smashes? Hospitals shutting down. They slurring in speech and they got to take care. They said can't afford no medication. They ain't got no teeth. They snag a two teeth rotten. They can't afford no good root canal. You pass all them wicked laws affecting poor whites, and now you thrive and you got good doctors. They can hook you up with tubes, change your diapers, clean your poop and piss. But what about them white folks that's in trailers that's living in your district, Miss McConnell? They ain't got no staff. They suffering and crying out. And now you get escorted. They ain't got nobody to escort them out. They somebody in that district right now sending they pissing shit and screaming because they in pain. Excuse my language. They wish they had a good hospital and nursing home to take care of them. But the policy that you have picked, it's affecting your health. You can't hardly talk. Sit down. You weren't doing nothing while you was healing. Now you really ain't doing nothing. You can't do that. Get them out of there. Just go to retire. Let somebody else get that job. All that mess you did about black folks is coming back. You don't even know where you at no more. Sit down. Same thing with what our president Ronald Reagan and all them wicked policy passed. He didn't remember that he was the president. Who am I? What was I? I was the president? President? Who are you? I don't know your name. Get off of me. Don't you touch me. I'm on my way to Hollywood set with your soggy pissy diaper. Didn't even remember that you was the president. Put all that evil that you did. Didn't even know that you was. Because at the end of the day, it's about your life with Christ. It's about you doing good and giving you. That don't mean nothing. You lost your mind. Was it worth it you being the president if you can't remember it? No. Anyway, but Because he ain't doing no good job, Ronald Reagan. He wasn't no good president, not for no black folk. He wasn't. What good did he do? Man, please, locking people up and put, okay, I can go deeper in here. I go real deeper in here. But I ain't doing no good. Obama didn't, please. He ain't doing no, he could have done a better job. But he ain't do no good job. Not for black folk, because the hood was still a hood. And especially, I thought Chicago would have thrived on all, and it got worse. Sit on down, Obama. And I love it. Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can. What? Pookie and Ray Ray still suffering under your iron fist. Michelle Obama, when they go low, you go high. What, damn it, what high did you do for black folks? They didn't go high in their income. They didn't go high in their health and their wealth. Nowhere. But yet you living good. Sit out with your foolish self. Relationship. Nothing. They didn't do nothing for black people like that. And they come here and we get the illusion because they were the first what? I don't give a damn if they were the first what? Black people still suffer under Obama like they suffer under Bush, Reagan, and so many other people. So what? He got gray hair. I don't give a damn if he gray all the way to his kneecaps. He didn't do enough for Pookie, Ray, and Shaquita and them. They still suffering. Some of them still on the wait list for Section A. So what? He was under a lot of stress. You ain't doing enough for black people. You can have some gray hair all the way down to your breasts, to your feet. You still ain't doing enough for black people. No, you did. Sit on that. You did some good, but it wasn't enough. It didn't help push black people to a better place. No, it didn't. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. So, Ice Cube, you have my permission. You don't need my permission. I'm just joking, Ice Cube. You got the big three, your own league, and they don't want you to have your own league. You a boss. You want to control things, and we giving you resistance, Ice Cube. Keep doing what you doing. You ain't got to be on to the Democrats and all that type of stuff. Do what you do. And if more black people look up to what you're doing, hopefully that we get encouraged to own it. And so I saw how the struggle was you owning the big three, owning your own league. They didn't even want to officially honor you as the first black-owned league, basketball league. They didn't want to do it. Finally, they gave you a title. You have to fight. And you went to the NBA leadership, to the CEO of the NBA or whatever, the commissioner of the NBA, and said, let's be partners. But they didn't want to be partners with you. Right? Because they don't want black folks to have that true wealth owning a league. They don't mind you being a player, but the real power is the ownership. If LeBron James is making 200 whatever million, how much do you think the family that owned the Lakers? Right? So they condition our brothers and sisters to be players, but they don't do enough to condition them to be owners. So now you see more black people trying to get into the ownership reign because that is where the true wealth, more wealth, you're talking about long generation, multi-generational wealth. That's why the people that own the Cubs, I believe that own the Bears, that's an old white family that own the Bears. They got so much money they can't even spend it all. Even though the team suck, but they make a lot of money. All right. I just had to say that. And I don't understand that because at one point I was one of those black folks. I'm a Democrat. Now I'm just a man that is looking at each candidate, looking at their record and to see how they're going to help our people. So I'm not going to tell black folks to vote Republican or Democrat. What I'm going to preach to my people is that we research the right people and we fight for the right people and we encourage our loved ones to go and run for office. Yes, we encourage our loved ones to go and run for office, to run for school board, mayor, governor, state representative, and go back to your community and tell the people where it go. And I know they say, I don't know if you can do that. I'm going to bring my cameras. It's going to be like a reality show. I don't know. We're going to check with the laws here. I want to bring I want people to see the system of the city hall. I think we need to start bringing that back. So when I went to city hall that time, I said I got to come back. I want people to see it because there's nobody on earth, and it's difficult because it's really, really difficult. Because I sent one of the I ain't gonna put this all of a name out. He wanted to know what questions are you going to ask me. So I had a whole list of questions. I said, how can the black residents get city contracts? What do they have to do? How can they get the capital? How can they get the credit? Right? Is it true that aldermen get a certain budget for their constituents? If that is true, how can that constituent get a piece of that pie? Right? Is it, so a lot of the questions, he wasn't ready. He denied that interview request, but I really wanted to. I didn't want to keep asking Ted where you went to school at. I want to know, like, what is your power and what is the power of a representative, a city council person, and what are you doing to the average person? And then I was gonna go on their record and see the things that they wanted to do, and half of the stuff they didn't do right. But they didn't want to come on the Wiley Show because I was gonna ask some real questions. But at the end of the day, we still gonna go and talk about you, and I will. I ain't gonna talk about you right now. Because I'm gonna wait, but we gonna talk about you. We gonna talk about you. Give me a second. Hold on. Right. So we have brought cameras to City Hall, right? And so we're gonna keep that up because I like talking about it. I like getting as much knowledge because, like, again, your next ex and Tasha, and I see my members in here, Lil Maria. Who else I see? Any member I want to say, yeah. Because I understand the power of being a host. I understand that the average American don't understand the process. Even myself, I'm still learning, right? I'm still learning the process of being and working in media. I'm still learning the process of being and working and you know what I'm saying, working and learning how things go. So I'm learning like anybody else is learning. I'm taking my time to learning how politics work, how the Constitution work, and how different things work, and try to bring it to regular folks. You know what I mean? So they can get a clear understanding of what goes on. And then people say, "Oh, Wiley, you should run." I don't think I'm ready to run yet. I need to see how the process works. And then, you know what I'm saying? I need to see how the process work, and I need to see, and I want to continue to do more work, right? I like what I do now, and some ornament people I like, and so I'm gonna see how that go. All right, hey Lala, I'm all right, Ice Cube. I love you. All right, don't let them people discourage you and stuff like that. And I know I am a independent brother because I used to be just on one party. I did. Sometimes I jumped to the Republican Party, right? And sometimes on the Democrats. So at the end of the day, wherever party I worked with, the hood was still the hood. I judge the success of a candidate or where I live, right? And that goes anywhere from city, state, anywhere, right? Okay, so that was that. Let me see what else can I and Biden, whatever. I gotta say a lot of stuff about President Biden. Okay, but I'm not gonna say it at this time right now. This is Tina Knowles' husband or ex-husband to be. And we first want to give Tasha K the credit. And I'm not a hating man. But Tasha K said this months ago that they were getting a divorce. I think the problem that people don't care about what Tasha K say is because she's a liar. So a lot of times when she speaks truth, they don't believe it. They won't give her the credit. But I was watching her video, and she put it out there that they were going to get a divorce, that their marriage was over, right? But we talked about that last night, and then she said a lot of people were saying that she didn't want no spousal support on either side. Just want to go their separate ways. And Richard Lawson, right? He's an actor, been an actor for years. He's a very dedicated actor. A lot of new folks don't know who he is because a lot of movies, he went in a lot of blockbuster movies like that. But he's been very dedicated, been an actor since the 80s, I believe. So, but they're getting divorced, right? And it was a video that went viral. She said, "I love my husband, but he ain't perfect." I ain't perfect. No, he did a look like what? And you're not perfect, right? I just think that that clip just showed me that it was a power structure. It's hard to date a Oprah. It is hard to date Denise if Denise was worth $500 billion or $50 billion. And if I'm worth 1 million too, it's difficult. And some people can get so successful that it's going to be a challenge for them, especially if you want to date a black man, right? If you want a successful relationship, you got to make sure your man not jealous. You really, as a woman like Denise, if you worth 300 billion, to really find a man if they want you, if you want a black man that wants you for you, that is not jealous. Let's say, for instance, you make more money than your man, but y'all have an understanding that you still submit to the relationship when you're not coming in being an owner. You coming in being a partner, right? So it would be challenging for Denise or Tasha or any of the Danielle that make a lot of money to submit of being a partner with a man that don't make the money that you make. And some brothers will never be up to your level. You just too wealthy, right? So you have to understand, how do you submit to that? How can I submit to that? Because I make all this money. Like, no name, you worth 600 billion, and I'm working at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And and you may fall in love with me walking at Walmart, and I could be very secure. But y'all have to have an understanding and not allow the public to get in your bedroom. And I tell all couples, and I'm telling myself, and I have to say this, and I hope I keep this, that I don't want to introduce my relationship to the public. I want to keep that private. And let me tell you why. Because if you introduce your relationship to the bedroom, it is you allowing the bedroom. You're allowing the public to dictate your relationship. So my best advice, I won't even make it public. I will keep it as private can be. I keep it as private can be. And if I want to come out, I don't think we should do videos together, TikTok together. I think you should keep it private, to keep the public out of your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just have that love. You have your life, and whichever partner that I want, like Bougie, right? If she worth 600 billion, I want to be that you're happy in your life and I'm happy in my life, right? I have to have a woman, whoever I date, whoever I'm married to, she got to be a strong black woman. And we got to be strong together. I got to know how to humble myself to her, submit to her. She got to know how to submit to me. We got to have a partnership, right? We got to have that understanding as a couple. And we can't allow the public to dictate the couple. Okay? It's your relationship to the bedroom. Yeah. Right. I'm talking about the public to the bedroom, right? So you got to be very careful with it. I don't want to really put I don't know. Didn't know only success was what comes out of her yoni. First birth failure, her hair salon failure, house salon failure. Should I keep it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it still comes with power. And it still comes with a lot of power. It still comes with a lot of power. All right. It still comes with a lot of power. But this man was watching some porn. Now, brother, I didn't know. It took me a while because somebody pulled up my likes. And I'm like, what? Yes, I like a lot of porn on my Twitter. So you do know on your Twitter, that they talked about it, we talked about it yesterday. I want to reiterate this, that if you go under your likes, and y'all try this with y'all man, but be strong enough if he have a Twitter account. Because some of y'all right now going through to see if your man is gay or not. But I'm going to tell you, some tell me, go click on the like. All right. If you click on the like and all your man got on the like is man private parts, butthole, he gay. You know what I'm saying? Or bisexual at best. But if you go under my likes, you will see what I'm interested in. Political stuff, music, and men, women. Go on my threads. Threads is that way. All right? Under the threads, I sometimes flirt with men, sometimes flirt with women. I like it, you know? But I'm glad it ain't gonna be no story, because I'm open and honest about what I do. Catfish story, it ain't gonna have no weight because I talk about it a lot. So if you honest and living in your truth, they can't use that against you, brothers and sisters. If you honest, be honest, live free, and you will be matched to a person that love you for who you are. Now, I don't believe that Tina Knowles divorced her husband become him like it. I don't believe that. It's some cheating involved. It's I grew out of it. It's some cheating involved. Tina found somebody else, right? So we will keep y'all honest. Just watch how it's gonna go in a couple of months. She gonna have a younger man holding his hand. Knock knock. Who's that? My young P. The young 26, 27-year-old. It's gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen. Oh, let me send this man a link. We could just do the interview with him over here. Give me a second. Let me send him the link. That's how that's going to go. Let me email it to myself. Do it in the dark. Yes, speak on it in the dark and do it a lot. Yeah, do it proud. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love adult entertainment. I love it. I think adult entertainment is off the chain. I don't watch it a lot like I used to. I cut down that a lot, but I do like to watch it from time to time. That's what I like to watch from time to time. Oh, yes. I like to watch from time to time. And everything. I like to watch it. I love having male company. I do. I love having female company. And sometimes we don't even have to do that. We can just cuddle together. Thank God I ain't no desperate person taking a man in and that's abusing you. I just like cuddling, right? No string attached. We ain't know it. Just cuddle. You do your biz. Hey, you got to do what you got to go do what you got to do. Come on home. I'm just that type of brother. All right. You got to go do that. Go make your money and you come on home back. All right. And I'm confident in who I am. Because when you're confident, you good. I don't mind that. I like having male company, female company. I just love having sessions and stuff. I love that. That's just me. But y'all know this. So when these YouTubers do live, he got men on show. Storm got a man on his channel. Only difference between me and Storm, he in the closet. We open. We out and open. Ain't even no secret life. What we living a secret life for? We out free. We already know what that is. He interviewed somebody in person because, you know, Armand interviewing people in person, and Armand said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. I know y'all ain't going to like it, and when my guests come, I'm going to take a little pee-pee break. He said, well, y'all are interviewing people scrambling for interviews, in-person interviews. He talking about Storm because we ain't scrambling for no in-person interviews. Going to fly to be the people. No. Ain't only one person I go fly to go do an interview with. It's two people. Oprah Winfrey and Brandy and Wendy Williams. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is on it. Monique. And that's about it. Denzel Washington. K. Michelle. Hopefully she unblocked me. That's it. Oh, well, I go fly to Jason Lee. Go fly to him. So it is people I would love to go fly to go see and interview. But as I'm scrambling, he ain't talking about me because I ain't scrambling because I ain't trying to do that. Hello. He talking about Storm. Throwing out shots. He interviewed a dope entertainer. That video ain't gonna go viral. That guy he interviewed ain't been. Half the women don't know who he is. They I think Storm think his audience is obsessed with it. They're not. No. Absolutely not. Please. You'll come out better having a fake marriage. They ain't into that. Man, please, they're not into it. Only reason I do it for my audience because I do it is what it is. I just do it for entertainment purpose. But because I know they ain't really into it. So they will receive it better if it's like a woman coming on. And I know this. But I just went to your Twitter like, I'm confused. The guest you had over last night. Ha! Okay. What are you confused about? You confused. You said, Wiley, I just went on your Twitter likes. I'm confused. The guest you had on last night. What are you confused about? What are you confused about? We can open up the phone lines. But tell me, what are you confused about? Hold that thought before we open up the phone line. Let me go. Hold on. Hold that thought. Did you see my Twitter likes? Hold that thought. I didn't know you see my Twitter likes. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Okay. Hold that thought. Okay, we back. So yeah, they said just me, LOL. Storm act like he's obsessed. Whereas I'm complete opposite when it comes to cuddling. It's 105 degrees. Get off of me. How do you know? You put the air on, we have a good time. Okay. I love it. And so, and I understand my power. Already somebody DM me some in Atlanta. They posting rumors that they post a lot of rumors about me, but it is what it is. Rumors. Okay. I'm grown. These people are grown. We're going to have grown. We're going to have a good old time. All right. This is what we do over here at the Wiley Show. And I'm going to keep it all the way green. Okay. Was this a way more than two? Was this a way more than two people? I don't know what you mean about that. Somebody said they was confused about something. Y'all can't count. This is a big world full of many things. It will be a shame living in the world. Definitely Denise. I doubt that she was pregnant with Beyonce when they became friends, so they knew each other a while. Speak on it, do it, done in the dark, proud with it. Oh, okay. Okay. Wiley is this a way? Oh, okay. Hold on. And also, wait. We can open up the phone lines if y'all want the phone lines open up. Oh, we got to talk about Tasha. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad I looked at my notes. I looked at my notes right here. Okay, because I get off the wall with the politics stuff. But I got to talk about Tasha K. So apparently, they have already reported to the theater, and 3 of her supporters asking for a refund because they don't feel safe. A lot of them feel like people are going to try to do something on the show. And Tasha K, from my understanding, she not refunding the money. There is no refund. She still have not sold out. This is very expensive. One of my supporters said for them to speak a weekend in Miami with a rental car and all of that, she's going to be spending about $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 plus the 2 tickets. She said, I don't know if it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's a very expensive market. So we will see how this is going to play out. I just think for Tasha K, understandably, I believe Tasha K just did it wrong with the controversy. I feel like she's putting her viewers at risk of anything popping off. And I don't think that she can guarantee the safety of her viewers. And I don't think she can guarantee the safety of just having that venue. I don't believe she can. I think that she should cut back on the controversy of that. Is not selling. We're about to be in August. And before you know it, October will be here. right? The reason why we giving y'all a year in advance for New York, because we just being reasonable. We're going to try to sell 50 tickets. And if we sell out of that, we'll try to get a bit bigger venue, but we'll try to do 50 tickets. But when it comes to that, it's a lot of danger for the viewers. They're saying that they don't know what I'm going to do in Miami, Florida, which is nothing to entertain because we ain't stupid. But she have started with gang members, Whack 100 in the gang. That's the person that was whacking off of his Sasha's to opinionated. She got upset because she thought that she was going to kiss up to Tasha to get that wrench back. She's still fired. She really thought she was going to reach up to Tasha K, which is dumb because she thought, oh, I filed a report on Wiley. Please accept me back. Sit down with your foolish self. She said no. Accept you back for what? And she's still talking about me on Clubhouse. Went over there talking about me on Clubhouse. Whack 100. Ladies, sit down. If you said Whack 100 was whacking it and you wasn't digging in it, I don't know. But I just took what Whack 100 said. You shouldn't have bet your hand put on that phone. Get off that phone. And then she said, you know, so it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on for her show. So we're going to see if it's going to pan out for the greatness for Tasha. I want her to just pull back on the controversy because she got into a lot of beefs, like the Carlee beef, etc. It's a lot. And she's going to have to invest in a lot of security. A lot of security. Because even T.S. Madison, that woman definitely came out and pulled out a threat. You know what I mean? So you got to be very careful with this. Very, very, very careful with this. And I was having conversations with the staff. The staff is worried. They are worried that it's not selling out. They are worried that they're going to lose the venue. And as of right now, the complaint, and from my source, they said the owner of the theater saying that they're going to play it by ear. But what does that mean? Are you going to cancel it the day of? Like, it's a lot that's going on with Tasha K, honestly. It's a lot that's going on for Tasha K. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. And of course, we're going to go live and do a special broadcast about Cardi B music. But I'm just seeing this with her, and she's at risk of losing that venue. And I feel for the people that are taking off of work, buying the tickets and hotel. Most people don't live in Florida, so they have to travel to Florida and pay for their hotel and etc. So it's a lot that is going on with Tasha K and her being a viewer of the Wiley Show and being a supporter of the Wiley Show. And we thank her because she's such a great woman for fighting for us and taking care of us and all of that. And so we love that, and we will continue to be fans of her because like I said, she is talented. But I just think the controversy just didn't work. I'm looking at the controversy. It didn't work. I'm looking at the controversy. It just didn't work. I'm looking at the tickets. It didn't sell out like it. And so hopefully she could think of something more creative to make her sell out. But we shall see. I mean, yeah, we shall see. I'm just gonna see. That's all I'm gonna say here. They say, yeah, we're gonna see. We definitely gonna see about that. All right. Do y'all want me to open up the phone lines? I could definitely open up the phone lines for y'all really quickly until the guests come on. So basically her live show is to be announced. So yeah, and then she said she want to stream it to her members on TashaKLive.com. That's what she said. She said, I want to stream it to them, but streaming it to them, why do people want to come there if they could just see it for free on TashaKLive.com? So it's I understand the strategy, but it would have came out better. Maybe she should have had it in New York or Alabama, New York, Atlanta, but Florida is very expensive. So you would see how that's going to play out. All right. Anybody want to call in really quickly? Okay. Really quickly. Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. I think somebody is calling in. Okay. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley. Let's
Hey.
talk about this Tasha K. I understand what you're saying, that Tasha K is very controversial. But T.S. Madison is the same way. We can't forget T.S. Madison. She's on tour now, isn't she?
She canceled. Her tour ain't selling either. She just canceled a tour because Funky can't do it. She have to have a guest. T.S. Madison is worse because
she's not a one body person,
right? Because she can't do a show by herself. Like she just canceled a show. She can't do it by herself.
Herself. All that mouth.
She have all that mouth, but she don't have the talent. She got to have somebody like a only person that can bring a crowd out is Funky in her mind. And see, can I say this, Icon?
Absolutely.
Because if you're saying that you're cool with Armand T.S. Madison, right? Why not get him on that? See, to me, that's selective outrage and stuff like that. But hold on, Icon, I want you to call right back.
I'll call back then.
Okay, I got the guest right here. Okay. Okay, we have a special guest on the show here backstage. And hi, brother, how you doing?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, first of all, what do you go by? Is it Corday?
My name is Corday, but everybody knows my stage name is Daddy Decent.
Daddy what?
Daddy Decent.
Daddy Decent. Okay. Now, you do the paint and sip, right?
I do.
Okay. You know what they say about the paint and sip. So you allow the women, because they got the bag, right? Mm-hmm. You allow them to touch all over you?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And you okay with that?
I am.
So have it ever been that that you slept with a woman from the paint and sip, like slept with them?
Ooh, you starting hot already.
I got at you because number one, you are a very attractive guy. You are chocolate. I mean, the chest is chessing. I always wanted to ask you because when I was watching P Valley, I'm like, do that stuff really go on that they sleep with the people? Have that went on?
I am not one to kiss and tell.
Oh my God. But I want to ask you though, you doing this, and this is a guy, you are, I would say, adult entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
You are a person, I don't know if you in Atlanta. I don't know why I think you in Atlanta. Or you live in Atlanta? Or you
I live in Atlanta, but I don't be in the city.
Yo, you know what I mean? You travel. You out,
yeah, I travel.
You out there. Right? So, and I want to say, how do you identify?
I am pansexual.
You pansexual. Now, what is your definition of pansexual?
Pansexual, my definition today is any person who is attracted to same sex, opposite sex, non-binary, trans, cisgender, if you want to go that way. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. So you would be the type of person that would sleep with T.S. Madison, go sleep with Oprah, and then sleep with a trans man.
If the vibe is right. I don't just be horning around, but if the vibe is right, yes.
Yeah, the vibe is right. So I want to ask you, being an adult entertainer, do you get tired of people always talking about sex? Like, because everybody want to interview you, do you believe like, oh, he just want to sleep with me? How do you keep up with the public persona because you're selling sex, and then you just want love? You just don't want to always talk about sex. That's your job pretty much, is sex or selling the fantasy of sex.
It's only one of my jobs. It's a very small portion of what I do, but I don't really let it affect my day-to-day life. Of course, people gonna ask me about it because they see it, but I don't let it affect my day-to-day life because I'm more than what some people get to see. Daddy Decent is only one of my characters. I'm an actor too in real life, so Daddy Decent is a character.
So, Daddy, what do you ever done Signal 23 stuff? Like, have you ever worked with them?
I've worked with Henderson a couple of times. Yes. You'll see me in a couple of things that are coming up on the network.
I can't wait for that because I'm glad that you are acting and not being like some of these other adult entertainers just busting it wide open, but they forgot about being an actor and getting into the actor bag. Do you feel like that's gonna hurt you getting into Hollywood by doing adult entertainment or no?
Absolutely not. I feel like whatever's for me is for me.
Yes. How often do you work out?
I am in the gym maybe 3-4 times out the week.
3-4 times out the week. Now, it was a video that a brother wrote. He said females go through a lot in the gym, but so do men. Have you dealt? He recorded a guy like, I guess, stalking him everywhere he went. The guy went. Have that ever happened to you? And how do you handle a situation like that?
I've had a couple of situations to where I can tell people following me or people staring, but then again, these might be people that may be a fan or people that may just be a supporter who've seen me somewhere else. So I don't get upset about it. As long as they don't approach me and they're not disrespectful, then I don't really care. Because those are your eyes. You're entitled to see what you want to see. You can look however you want to look. As long as you don't say nothing to me that's disrespectful or grope me or grab me, then we're cool. I don't really care about it. And then 9 times out of 10, if I'm working out in a private location anywhere, a private gym with my trainer.
Look at you, because you got money. Okay. I want to ask you because when I saw that you into this culture and when you're catering towards women. Now, I don't see a lot of gay like paint and sip what gay people are into that. When I look at your page, mostly like the customers are Black women. Why do you think that gays are not into paint and sip like that? Like really throwing the bag like that?
So you actually do have some sipping pains that are all gay oriented and that only invite gay people and men to those events.
Okay.
As far as our event is it's all inclusive. So you'll have women in the crowd, you'll have men in the crowd. It's literally a mixed crowd. Even our team is very inclusive. So we have straight guys on our team, we have gay guys on the team, then we have me, a pansexual on the team. So we're all mixed in.
But the women, if you have to say who got the bigger bag, it would be the women.
Women tip very well, but also the men tip well too. So I'm not gonna say they don't.
Okay,
because a lot of the events that we've been doing lately in Atlanta has been majority men, and then you have a couple of women coming out, and then we travel to different cities. You'll have mostly women, and then you have a small portion of men. So it just depends on the city that you're in.
You never escorted, right?
No, that's not my thing. I don't knock anybody who do it, but Daddy Decent will not be escorting and will not escort.
So Daddy Decent, hold on. So if somebody give you a bag of $60,000 in cash and say, "I want to spend a night with you," what would you reject that offer?
That's not for me. I can't be. The thing about it is, I can't be brought.
You sure about that?
I'm absolutely positive about it. I cannot be brought.
Have you ever been tempted of being brought?
No.
I think. Well, I would say it's a possibility.
Nah.
Okay. I want to ask you because I see you as a man and I don't know why you don't do a podcast. Let me tell you why. Because you look directly in the camera, your eyes are straight, very attractive. You're an amazing storyteller. What stopped you from like doing a podcast or getting into that? Because I know you in front of the camera, of course, like you're doing your acting, whatever. What stopped you from just talking about topics or about the lifestyle, about being an adult entertainer or being an actor? What stopped you from doing that?
So who says I'm not already working on something?
I mean, you already working on something. Okay, when it's gonna come out? Because I would love to. Honestly, just your aura is just like it's cool, and I just you have a lot that you can say.
So my team and I, we are actually working on something right now. We're in the early stages because we want to make sure when we roll it out that it's perfected and that it's right.
Okay,
so I can't give you too.
So it's gonna be in person, right? Where the audience they can be in the crowd.
It's definitely gonna be something nice for the people. We'll put it like that.
And I can come there and help produce it, right?
That depends on the team. Everything that I do has to be ran by a team.
Right. I just love you because when I reached out to you, I said, "Oh, I hope he would do it because I love how you just you about your bag." And I couldn't really find no messy stuff about you. And I tried. I did a lot of digging. I talked to a lot of people. They say you about your bag. You about your business is what I've heard. If you had to think of for yourself to get married, you're a pansexual. Who would you want to just settle down with? Because I don't know if you want a family. Would you see yourself with a woman, or you just want everybody to you get married to 3 different genders? Like, who do you see yourself getting married to, settling down with?
So anybody who's actually been following my journey and my lifestyle for a while, they already know that I've already been married once and I've been divorced. I'm currently in a relationship, 2-year relationship, as a matter of fact. And if marriage comes around again, I'll gladly jump into marriage with my boyfriend, who I'm currently dating.
Yes.
And we definitely plan on adopting kids.
And I'm sorry that you had got divorced, though.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm just sorry because sometimes when people get married, of course, it must have been toxic or whatever the case may be, or it was just y'all just grew apart. But I'm just glad that you didn't give up on love, that you back in it. Because some guys, if you're like, oh, this didn't work, I'm done with it. I'm just going to be a whore. You found somebody that love you. Now, how do your boyfriend handle your popularity? Is he popular too, where he's like a public figure, or is he like private? And if so, how do you handle your lifestyle?
My partner is a behind the scenes type of person, but my partner works very closely with me on a lot of the things that I'm working on, and a lot of projects that I'm on. He films a lot of those. Even when it comes to sipping paints, he's right there with me. So I don't really do much without my partner being around.
And I love how you say he's comfortable being behind the scenes. Like this is his. Most guys, I feel like that's not secure. They want to compete with your popularity. They want to be in front. So
I can't date anyone I have to compete with. It's not a competition with me. You can't compete and love me at the same time.
That is so true. Because when I look at it, I was like, I like that. And it was a video that you painted. You said after our workout, I guess. Wait a minute. You was kissing a guy, and it was just great. I love that you're bringing like the story. I like storylines. If you understand what I'm saying, I just don't like just hitting it. I like you at the gym. You in the. I'm a visual type of person. I love storylines and type of things like that. But when I look at your lifestyle, and I look at you've got that flyness, like you're one of the type of guys. If we go out to the club, everybody want to say hey to you and hug you.
So I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm really not a big club person.
I mean, when you go, I know you're not going because you busy, but when you go out, you get attention. Is what I'm saying. You they know you're there. Is what I'm saying. And so
in most cases, when I go out, like people come up to me like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm even if I don't know them personally, I'm gonna speak back to them because this is who I am as a person. I'm always gonna speak back. Like I get attention, but I don't go out intentionally to get attention. If that makes sense.
No, because
I just want to feel
right. Because you're not a thirsty because you're accustomed to it. And thank God you have somebody that's strong in his character to deal with what you do. I want to know what is the best city for your job when you do painting? Do you like it in Atlanta? Is it Kentucky? Like, what's like that state or that city? Like, it's everything. You love it.
So I have maybe 2 or 3 cities that I love going to outside of Atlanta.
Okay.
Dallas is number 1. Dallas, we always have a great turnout. It's always fun. Memphis we've added Memphis. This is one of our newer cities, but Memphis turns up every time and I love it. Wow. But North Carolina is probably like the best city. I mean, the best state. So when we go to Charlotte, North Carolina, like this is the best city we go to.
I want to know when you coming back to Dallas.
I have to look at my schedule now.
Okay.
Like we have a
whole... I'm gonna check it out because there's a lot of women here, and it was like he needs to be coming to Virginia, etc. Like everybody was saying.
We'll be in Virginia on the 26th. I'm not sure exactly what city yet.
Okay.
We'll be in Virginia on the 26th.
August. Yeah, August 26th. I watched her and I said, "Oh my gosh, I love that," because I've never been to a painting sip. I never done that, and so I've always been curious about it. I just thought that you just fuck and just paint and fuck in the crowd. Like that's what I thought it was, and it's not
Absolutely that. Absolutely not. Whenever you come to an Anatomy X sip and paint, we handle our sip and paints with class. Like there ain't no fucking, ain't no sucking, ain't no dark room, it's none of that. When you come in, you paint, you sip, you get your food, you get your hookah, and then you have me and my team, our guys, we come out, we entertain you. Like it's none of that craziness that you may get at other events, but our event is very straight laced and very respectable.
Yes. I never tipped, like I never done it. And I want to do that because it's something new. It's something because I'm not like a club person, but that I can do. Like that's a good date night. To take your partner and y'all just have fun being around community. But I do want to ask you as a brother here that's doing all of this, do you see yourself continue to do this? Is it something else that you want to do outside of entertainment? Something else?
That's absolutely a lot of things I would love to do outside of entertainment. First off, being married again is one of those things, and starting a family.
Yeah,
those are the things that I aspire to have. Those are things I aspired to have before I got into entertainment. It just didn't work out with the person I was with. So I said I might as well live life and try some different stuff, and that's how I got into entertainment.
Yes. I believe, are you a beta man or alpha man?
It depends.
Oh.
If I'm with someone who makes me feel secure enough to submit to them, then I can be a beta man. But I'm also an alpha at the same time because I've always had a big boss energy about myself.
Yeah,
because that's not me being cocky and like that. I just have this is who I am as a person. I've always had boss energy.
Yeah, I don't want you to be a beta man. Beta, I don't like beta man. I like alpha.
Yeah, it depends on.
It depends.
Like my current partner, there's times to where he allows me to be submissive, and I don't mind submitting to that man because I trust him and I'm comfortable with him. But in other times, he knows I have my alpha side too, so he allows me to be the dominant when I need to be dominant.
But does that make you less of a man if you submit to a man?
Absolutely not.
Really?
We all have to submit to somebody at some point in time. Whether we submit to our partner or submit to God, we have to submit to somebody.
Look at how deep you are. So you a Christian?
I would say somewhat.
I want to act because when I was listening, like watching your whole situation, people were saying that we need more Black people into winning in Hollywood by owning and being direct. You know how Signal 28 own stuff? I would love to see more of you doing that, to have more storytelling, because I feel like it's a lot more to you that you're gonna do, and you haven't announced it yet. It's a lot more that you're gonna do, and you're still young. So I love how you're saying that you want to be married again and have children. I think that's a blessing, because you seem to me that you will be a great father.
Thank you.
That you know what I'm saying? You already out here successful. You're not dependent upon the government. You actually get in the bag, and your partner is working with you. Y'all building an empire, and keep doing it. I am a fan. Thank you for coming on show. I am messy, but I couldn't find no mess, and I'm upset about that because I really want to be messy with your interview. But I just want you to just continue to win, man. I really do. But I want to ask you, because women ask this question. They said, if you want to have children, do you want to screw a woman naturally and have her to get pregnant, or y'all gonna get a surrogate where you deposit your seed in her egg? Like, how do you want to go to the traditional route or the non-traditional route?
So that's actually a conversation I would have to have with my partner first, and then my partner's comfortable. Whatever my partner says okay to, is the route that we would go. If he's cool with me going out and doing it the traditional way, because we do have an open relationship, then I'll do it. If we want to go and get a surrogate, we'll do that.
Yes.
If we want to adopt children, then we'll do that. It just depends on what me and my partner communicate on, and we come up to as a collective together.
Absolutely. I love that. I want to ask you, this is my last question. If you can choose one artist to work with as a rapper, Cardi B or Nicki, who would you choose?
Ooh, I don't like these type of questions. But and the reason why I don't like these type of questions is because I feel like those two women have been compared against each other since the first beginning of Cardi's career. Like, I just feel like it's honestly at this point, I feel like it's kind of sad. It's tired to keep comparing those two women because they both equally own their own things. But if I had to work for one, actually, I don't know. I had to work. I'm going to say both.
You're going to say both?
I'm going to say both because I'm not going to compare and make women compete. I don't like that. I don't like seeing people compete.
What about Chris Brown and Usher?
Chris Brown and Usher, they both two are incredible artists. Usher's legendary, and Chris Brown's a legend in his own right too. I'll work both of them.
Right. Okay. Look at you. I love the politically correct answers. And my last question: in the next 10 years, what do you want to see? I know you said marrying children. Career-wise, what do you want to be in the next 10 years?
Next 10 years, I want to be a Oscar-winning actor. I want to actually get into some directing and get behind the scenes and direct a couple of movies and shows. I want to do more film, more TV, maybe get into some rom-com, maybe a couple of thrillers.
Yes. I would love to see it for you because I like supporting your work. And thank you to Signal 23 because they created something for Black men, whether you gay, bi, pansexual. They allow them to be in front of the camera.
But while we're giving Signal 23 their praises, which I love working with Henderson and Signal 23, my first start and working with anybody in Atlanta was with A Connection TV.
Wait a minute, Wes.
So
Yes,
I
I
have
love
a
him.
couple of shows on that network. You can actually catch the first season of my show that I star in, which is called Online Dating for Men. Then we have another show called Porn and Poppin' that I was in. And I have a reality show called The Realness Behind the Crown, which we're actually getting ready to start season 3 of that pretty soon. So you can catch all 3 of those shows on there. And if you want to see me in some drama, you can see I have a short film out on YouTube right now called The Third Cousin. And that's by Trinity Hour Productions.
Yeah, and make sure you send it to me, and I'm definitely going to subscribe to that because funny you said with A Connection TV because he started on YouTube, right? Yes. Mona Simone and all of that. I took a picture with her. He's like he's a legend from New York. I've been watching before he had gray hair, and now he's just created something, and that's amazing that you're working with him. That's so great, man. Like wow, I never would have thought he would have gotten it because at one point he was just a YouTuber, and now he's producing so much content for creators. And I'm going to check out your show and review it. But thank you for that, man. You are really getting into your acting bag, and God truly going to bless you, man. He's going to continue to bless you because number one, you're humble. Number two, you're not worried about the mess. You're worried about your future and worried about, building a wealthy, lifestyle for you, not only for yourself, but for your family.
Absolutely. I definitely receive all of that.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna drop all your information here, your link tree. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna drop that in the chat. Mm-hmm. So if y'all want to follow, let everybody know how they can get in contact with you. And one of the viewers said, "I hope he coming to Norfolk, Virginia, because she want to see you at your Penn State, Virginia." But how can they get in contact with you?
So you guys can follow me on Instagram. I had to start over because my last Instagram got deleted, but it's just Cordae. And it's Cordae with an E, so that's Cordae, just like it's spelled on the screen. If you are freaky and nasty and just want to see some previews and don't want to pay for nothing, you can follow me on Twitter. And you can see a couple of free clips on Twitter. My Twitter is Daddy Decent. That's Daddy with an I. Or you can subscribe to my OnlyFans if you want to support and spend a couple of dollars with me. That is Decent Daddy. Still Daddy with an I.
Decent Daddy. Hey, you know what? I'm definitely going to subscribe to your OnlyFans because number one, I love OnlyFans because I love just creators. I just love it. I love it. And I love that now creators are able to get a bag. Because I remember back in the day, Breed It Raw and so these other companies, they would take advantage of adult entertainers and they were broke. I can tell you the countless artists that I've interviewed that are broke right now. Some are gone and they still making money off their likeness and they ain't getting nothing. The family ain't getting nothing. So now OnlyFans is something that you can take ownership of what you have and get a lot of a big bag. Now you don't need a porn company anymore. You can get a camera, your phone, open your cheeks up, and then now you got production. You got a camera. I mean, it's so much that you could do with OnlyFans. It's even women showing their feet. Like it's some people that just got pictures up there. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. And I love supporting them because I want creators to make it. And why not showing what God gave you? God gave you a beautiful body. And he wants you to show it. And he wants you to get paid for it too. I mean, if he didn't, he wouldn't have gave you nothing like that. You too good looking to be broke. I don't want to see you too good looking to be broke. People that look like you should not be a homosexual. They should not be a homosexual. they gotta have them, and you got the looks. So I'm glad that you are monetizing your looks. I can't tell you how many guys I've seen that's so attractive, but they broke. I don't understand that. I'm like,
well, the thing about it is I've always been blessed to have a good work ethic. So
yes,
hopefully and prayerfully I'll never have to be a broke person, but I also still work and I don't mind working a regular career job versus what I'm doing now. I've always worked. So it's
absolutely.
He's never been a broke type of person. It's always been.
And I like how you said that. You always had the work ethic. I like that. Yeah. I like that. But thank you. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you, brother. I'm honored because you said yes. Like I'm a fan. Like and once I become a fan, I support heavy. So I'm gonna subscribe to your OnlyFans. I'm gonna watch your movies. I'm gonna start tagging you on my Twitter different quotes because I love supporting Black creators and you're really, really doing it. And when you're back in Dallas, I would love to see it. And you never mentioned Chicago. Hopefully Chicago let y'all do it too.
Actually, yeah, we'll be in Chicago on August 12th.
August 12th.
Okay. Yeah, so if you guys follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you'll see what we're doing promo and we're sharing flyers and videos and you'll see all the good stuff where we promote those shows. Just gonna look out for Anatomy X. And if you want Anatomy X in your city, you just hit one of us up and we will set it up.
I love it. And I'm supporting you, man. Thank you. Anything else you want to announce?
No, that's it. We covered everything.
And he was in a gym. I love you because you say you be in the gym 3 times a week. So if you're in the gym 3 times a week, I need to be in the gym 3 times a week instead of 1 time a week. It's a lifestyle for you. One question, since I'm a baby in the gym, what made you come to that conclusion that this is a lifestyle for me? Because I know sometimes we work out, we get tired. I don't want to do it. But when did that moment hit? Like, oh, I love doing this.
Oh no, I still have my moments where I'm just like, fuck this. Okay. I'm not doing this today. I'm over it. But I started my fitness journey back in 2016. I was a little bit heavier set. This was back in my conservative days when I was with my ex that I was married to. So I was a little bit heavier set. And I wasn't comfortable with the way I looked. I wasn't comfortable with the way I felt. And then I had started losing like a lot of my grandparents to like certain things. Like I've lost 3 grandparents to different types of cancer. I lost grandparents to grandparents with heart disease. And then in my family, diabetes running my family, high blood pressure, glaucoma, all the black folk diseases running my family pretty much. So in order for me to avoid that, I decided to become more healthier. So I stopped eating pork, stopped eating beef. I don't really like a lot of fried foods. And I was just like really just zoned in on just being healthy versus fit. And the fitness part came a little bit later.
Yeah, because that's what I'm in now. I'm cutting out a lot of things, and because I want my body, I don't like how I look, right? I'm happy, but I want to be better, and it's more healthier when it comes to that. And seeing your journey about that, because yes, I've had family members that passed away from all those type of black diseases, as you say, and I don't want to keep that from my generation. I want to break that gap. So thank you for having that idea when it comes to stuff like that, because a lot of people need to hear that. And thank you. And that's another lane that you can get into, the whole fitness journey.
Absolutely.
A whole fitness bag. But brother, thank you for coming on. And the ladies love you. They are saying when you come to their city, they definitely there. This is great. Yeah.
I definitely want to see them when I come too.
Yes. And I can't wait to see you, brother, because you doing it. And keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, because you deserve it, man. And when you get your Academy Award or your NAACP Image Award, I'm gonna be right there, because you deserve it. Because I think acting is your gift. Like you can definitely do it. So many you can play. You can play the doctor, the lawyer, the down low thug, etc.
I definitely receive all of that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen for you. It's gonna happen. And when you write your first script and you direct, oh my gosh, that's like even a bigger bag. So thank you. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Thank you for having me. I hope you have a good day.
All right, you too. All right, y'all. I'm gonna post all his links in the chat, which I did. So make sure y'all go follow him. His short film, The Third Cousin short film, his Twitter. You can watch from A Connection TV. His Sip and Paint, Anonymous X Sip and Paint, and also he's also a XXA brand ambassador. His YouTube and his OnlyFans. You can do that as well. All right. Did Icon wanted to say something really quickly? Icon, if you wanted to call back in, he came on the show. And we just had to talk to him, a little chit chat with him. Okay. Bougie said, so you're saying I can show my ashy, hairy body? Yes, baby. Somebody want that ashy, hairy body. You could show it. You could show that ashy, hairy body. If you want to show it. I mean, it's plus size people on there. They ain't got no neck, and you can't hardly see their private part, but they do it. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wally. Yes, I did have to call back in. Your guest was very handsome, by the way. Yes. Nice body. I was definitely looking at the big flat screen TV. I was trying to look to see if I see a little bird, but I'm definitely going to have to check out that Twitter and see
yes.
Give it.
And
maybe if I see something I like, maybe I will definitely check out that OnlyFans.
Okay. And I just reached out because, again, I love OnlyFans. Like, I love adult entertainers. And now, because remember back in the day when you watch them, you really didn't have an in-person relationship with them. The only time you seen them was on
Only could see them on
right.
that site.
And so now you can really touch them. You can see them in person. OnlyFans. You can connect with them on social media. You even got some guys that do a FaceTime video, etc.
Or booking.
It's like I like to see it. I think that I don't think there's nothing wrong with you showing your body and you monetize it off of it. I feel like because you remember Rico Pure, Remy Mars. What was it? Remy Mars, other guy.
Oh, what happened to Remy?
He got broke, man.
Philly.
Broke.
I had a crush on her too back in the day.
Yeah, he got broke. Like he did not. He didn't get. And they still making money off of his old videos.
Yeah, but my thing is get in the game.
Yeah,
do your own.
And then and look how he look now. Like look how
I haven't looked him up.
Yeah, he's not the same. Like he got ran through like in the industry and got used. And it was another point. I got to be careful with the names, but it was another point. So out of Philly,
I know some of them hot rods.
Yeah, they was homeless. Like it was one that was homeless. Like and I talked to one. I never aired the interview.
Wiley, you spoke to one on your live. I think it's Ace Rock or some rock.
Yes.
Short, thick, nice bird.
And it was one interview that I interviewed him back a couple of years ago when I was in Chicago, and he was homeless. He was crying. He broke. They used him up. And I never aired it because it was just too sad, man. Very, very sad. He was,
but broke. We don't know what's in the contract that they signed. Or they're allowed to
the contract.
I don't know.
It's a one up with those contracts. It's a flat fee, $500, $600, $1,000.
Yeah, but could they do their own porn?
Well, there was no other option back in the day to do it, right? Because you would have to develop your website, then you would have to get it registered. You know what I'm saying? It was a very expensive.
Yeah, but the company owns you basically. But we want to know how long is that contract? And
that's it. They own the footage.
You go to another company.
They own it.
Your own?
You go to another company, but they still own the footage that you have.
Yeah,
there is no, it's a flat fee. There is no, you get residuals off your work. No, it's many different adult stars that passed away and they're still making a lot of money.
Still
eating off it, and the family get not a dime. No.
Which is crazy.
And you can sue, but the average family, how they get away with it, they don't want to broadcast that their son was busting it wide open because I didn't believe in them being gay in the first place. So that's how they get away with it, because you prey on poor, impressionable, poor black folks. So $500 if you poor, that's a lot of money. You have none. I give you $1,000 for you to bust wide open.
And I heard it's a rumor. I heard that they have $500 for like a couple shoots.
For a couple that ain't no rumor. That's a fact. It was one adult star that I had. His name was White Chocolate. And me and him was messing around, and he said he was staying in his house up on the south side. He said we were staying in his house. He said, "Wiley, I'm just so tired of just like get having sex. You got to do the shoot over. You getting scraps. You can't hardly eat. You got to keep your body there. You can't hardly have no company." So I pretty much allowed him to come stay before a couple of times. He told me like the in-depth situation of it, and I had another adult. Like I was in it heavy in gay media. I was in it heavy, and I asked a lot of questions. And when you bring people to their home and feed them, baby, they gonna give you the tea and give them a bed. They start giving me that real tea. Like I have a front row seat to homeless guys. I have that front row seat to a lot of it because I've seen it in the horror stories that they would tell me. That because I remember back in the day, I used to make fun of people that do street work, right? I changed it up because a lot of them have no choice.
That's true. A lot of them have felonies. They can't get.
They can't get. So you have no choice. And then if you do have a job, it ain't enough for you to get an apartment. So you have to go on the apps and go make your money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't judge them, right? Like I used to, because once I start seeing like my friends going through this, I understand what they are doing. I understand. You got some that are good. They got the sugar daddy, them the high class, high maintenance one, the Arquez, them the Arquez people. They got the rich rappers, rich doctors and dentists, and talk about them the good ones. Like and them the one they not broadcast on social media. The ones that getting the money like that, they ain't gonna do all that. But
private client.
They got the price. Because if you start leaking it out, you ain't gonna get that money. But the ones that are going to Rome with them, or Dubai, and this is your photographer, Melissa, but that's actually a man that you're screwing. So, but yes, I understand it because it's a lot of work, going through that. It's just like it is. But you was talking about T.S. Madison a little earlier, about that whole fucking Aniva. But go ahead.
Basically, with her now, like I didn't know her show got canceled. We were talking about Amal Wiggins and Funky Dineva. Why haven't she invited Amal Wiggins?
Jealousy.
But my thing is, she was so quick to call into his show.
She was so quick to call into his show.
I mean,
absolutely.
Obviously, they talk behind the scenes
and then
on the back end,
and then they got in a beef because she wouldn't allow him on the show, and that's how that beef started. She never invited. It will make economic sense to invite somebody new. And Armand will sell tickets because it's the first time you will probably see Armand in your city. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll go travel. Armand got a dedicated fan base, and he got the entertainment to back it up. And we're gonna run another article.
I mean, I personally won't attend, but if it airs,
but his people will his people will come and
I was being a little shady.
Yeah, I know you probably won't go. His people will go, and they probably ain't gonna let me go. I'll probably be turned away by the security. But I think it would be a good look for him to work with T.S. Madison because she do call us her show when he's saying all this stuff about Tasha K. But she still have not invited.
Don't use me for the mess.
Yeah.
Don't use me for the mess.
Give me to the bag.
Use me for the mess and help me out. Put me on to your show.
You can say that again.
As well. I want share the wealth.
Share the wealth.
Don't share it on the back end. Share it on the front end.
Share it on the back. Share it on the front end. And share everywhere. Because when I saw that, and when I saw him, and they were going through it, right, and he was saying, "You never invite me to the show." He still haven't invited her to the show.
Yeah, which is crazy to me because he will bring the numbers. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm a shady, but I don't have a personal issue with Armand. I kind of like him, but I'm very shady. Boo.
Yeah,
but he will bring the numbers. I mean, I personally won't attend the show, but I don't watch T.S. Madison. I haven't watched her show in a while, but I'll definitely give her a click in the view once that show air on her show.
I will give it a click on the view. Me too.
And it will reach numbers.
I want to say this though, honestly. If he's on the stage, I think T.S. Madison ego can't handle him being the more popular one there.
He might outdo her.
He might outdo her.
He did with Jason Lee. No shade.
He outdid Jason. That's no shade. He took that show and took it to another level, and he can't stand that. So I don't.
He's going to do her, Donna.
Yeah, I think that because T.S. Madison, I don't understand that. I don't understand why have she not booked Armand Wiggins on her show. On the Queen's Supreme Court on a tour. I just don't. Y'all say y'all cool, right? Y'all say y'all that's your daughter. I think it's a daughter.
Can someone ask T.S. Madison and answer that question?
Yeah, somebody at her like Armand Wiggins. Are you gonna bring Armand Wiggins on the show? Because you said y'all were cool. You said y'all was cool and all of that. And I think it would be a good look for T.S. Madison because Funky Dineva have so many other bags.
Yeah, that she's old and it's time for a new thing.
Yes. It's and I think Armand would be such a good look for that live show. But again,
is Sophia still doing it too?
Chad, I hope Sophia not, Chad. That thing. She is so boring. Girl, I don't see it for Sophia.
It's late for me. I mean, in the beginning, okay, but then again,
I don't see it.
Madison probably want people that's beneath her. I mean, allegedly.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want no one to outdo her, basically, in my humble opinion. So why not have?
Because then again, Sophia. Especially a person outdo her when a person like Armand dragged her. Because Armand Wiggins still have not been on her show other than Fox Soul. I'm talking about on her YouTube because that Fox Soul flopped. I'm talking about
that video is still out there on YouTube because I keep seeing that video when he dragged her to filth.
He dragged her for filth.
And I think she was spooked and nervous. That's why she's speaking to him now.
She of course she's spooked and nervous and speaking to him now. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, because she started speaking to that man soon as he dragged her for Phil, of course, and cussed her out, put allegations on her, and she only made over because she had a Fox show coming, and she did not want him to destroy that, and it didn't work. Of course, that still flopped, and then now they so-called supposed to be, you know what I'm saying?
And rest in peace to the legendary Cookie.
Yeah, rest in
123, because he interviewed her just to shade T.S. Madison.
Just to shade T.S. Madison.
And we found out in that contract of hers, you cannot book me with Cookie. You remember?
I remember that because at one point,
Cookie Ticket was. Remember, we don't forget.
We remember that because at one point, Cookie Ticket was getting the most bookings other than T.S. Madison. Cookie Ticket could have been a millionaire. It was just that it was the drugs. It was the drugs.
Yeah,
the drugs.
The right people around her.
It didn't have the right people around her. She was getting money. People were bailing her out, and she didn't let go of that drugs, and it overpowered her. But she had multiple chances, right? Multiple people tried to help her, but when you don't want to be helped, that's the end result. And when I saw her, my last thing seeing her, I saw her again, and she's going to the hospital, and this is when she was in California. And what was that? Vicky Gotti interviewed her.
Vicky Gotti.
It was terrible. Like that was just like, I knew then, like this amount of time. And then when I saw her on the train, and I knew it. It's a matter of time for her. And she left, and she passed away. But that was, and she lived a public life with crack, with drugs. You saw it on camera. You saw it live.
But if you're about your money, Wally, would you have that in your contract? You don't want to be booked with someone. You're about your money.
I honestly,
to me, that's someone that's spooked and nervous.
That's somebody spooked and jealousy, trying to stop a person bag. That was jealous. I told you, T.S. Madison is a very jealous woman, whatever she is.
But we wouldn't have found out if it wasn't for Amar Wiggins.
If we wouldn't have found out if it wasn't for Amar, he woke it up and made it hot. Absolutely, and I believe that video is still up with Samantha James and him dragging. It's I believe so. I believe it's still up. But when we had that interview with when we saw the interview with T.S. Madison and Armand, it wasn't real and sincere. Like it was.
He called him infamous.
Yeah,
he was over it.
He was over it, and that's when I knew that the relationship.
Call in when she was having drinks.
Yeah, it wasn't sincere.
To basically apologize.
And then she never brought him on the show. Now they're doing now to prove me wrong, but it's kind of like dead now. She did not bring, and then I could just say she didn't bring you on when the show was popping back in the day. She bringing you on when that show was on her deathbed.
So you could also say she brought you, if she do decide to bring him on, is because of the Wiley Show.
It's because of the Wiley Show, absolutely. So she's in a hard place because she's trying to depend on fucking Uneven, and she canceled that show because it didn't sell. Even with fucking Uneven, it did not sell.
She needed Kaya.
So she changed the date. She said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to the Tico." She didn't sell out. And people were sending it to me like, "Baby, these people are messy." They kept saying she didn't. And when I checked, it didn't sell out. So she changed the date. When you change the date, that hopefully gives people more time to do it. But the thing about it is, how do you want people to do the Queen Supreme Court when you're doing Maddie in the morning? You're not even promoting the Queen Supreme Court, like commercials, like you going live. You're not doing that anymore. And remember when Kaya left, she tried her best to paint this picture of, bringing celebrities, and that failed. Remember, she tried and what was missing is simple. None of them celebrities wanted to drag other celebrities.
Exactly.
That's what was missing.
So can you say, in your humble opinion, and in my humble opinion, Kaya made T.S. Madison?
I'm not lying. You're not lying about that.
Okay.
Kaya did make T.S. Madison.
Because I believe if they were still together, it would still be popping to this day.
If they were still together, it would still be popping to this day. That is a fact.
And I also want to jump on this before I jump back in the
That's a fact.
Tasha K. I understand what you said about Tasha K. People might be a little skeptical to attend the event, but guys, don't just attend the event. I'm sure Tasha K will have security. I also want to ask you, does it say no refund when purchasing a ticket?
I believe it said. I
story
believe
as
it said
well.
no refund, even if it didn't.
Okay, well, if it says no refund, she has the right not to refund.
Yeah, I
Now,
believe.
if you're a platinum card member, if you're American Express card member, you're able to get your refund no matter what.
Yeah, I just think that it's difficult because she's a very controversial person, and it did not sell out, and it's very expensive. I mean, you got to pay for a flight, hotel. Miami is very expensive, and she just did a show. I understand she want to do as many live shows to bring revenue. She's desperate for cash right now, liquid. She need cash coming in, and we should see. And then she still got that bankruptcy thing. Like her husband is being investigated right now, so it's a lot that's going to be going on.
How's her merch? Is her merch selling?
No, her stuff is not selling. Lovely T way more money than Tasha K.
Wow.
Wait,
but I'm not going to count her out.
I'm not going to count her out because something can just change for her. But I just think that Tasha K, honestly, her model, it was working at one point, but it's not at her glory days. It's not at her glory days. And when she do her app, the numbers are not the same over at the app. That's why she bring the app stuff to YouTube very quickly, because it's the big audience not over there. The audience is on your YouTube channel. So anything that she posts about Madison, you have to watch about 40 stories before you get to the T. And then when she know it's low, like the views low, she put it on her YouTube. She have done that. Mostly all the stuff on the app, she posted it on her YouTube. But the app's supposed to be original content only for paid members. But that's not that anymore. All of her original content on the app is on our YouTube channel.
Can I be a little messy before I get out of here?
What are you paying $29 for? Go ahead.
When T.S. Madison called into the Amal Wiggins show yesterday, right?
Yeah.
But before she even did that, she was on the Queen Radio with Nicki Minaj, right? Praising Nicki Minaj. She already know Nicki Minaj and Cardi B don't see eye to eye. Why are you so bothered and pressed and consistently mentioning Cardi B for Tasha K yesterday? Do you think it's going to be shade now between her and Nicki Minaj?
I think so. I think that Nicki sees everything, and a lot of folks did not get no Nicki interview. You remember Nicki said I was gonna go to the basement with T.S. Madison, eat some of Miss Mary chicken and collard greens. Did you ever see Nicki Minaj in that basement?
She haven't. But in T.S. Madison defense now, T.S. Madison did call into the Queen Radio show.
Right.
And they had a little dialogue, but it wasn't an interview.
No, interviews are totally different than a call-in, and you know this.
Yeah, that's true.
That helps your business more than you calling in. So the same thing with Cardi and Armand. When the last time we seen Cardi on Armand Wiggins show for a sit down?
I mean, I haven't, but in defense, I was listening to Mob Radio today. I think Cardi B mentioned Armand Wiggins' name in Spaces. I mean,
yeah, in Spaces. But an interview matters most than a Spaces. I'm talking about interview. See, the problem with sharecroppers, they go for the crops, the share. I'm talking about interview. You know what that is.
Sukiana beat Cardi B within that interview.
Right, the Cardi B on Jason Lee show. Right, that hit differently than a space. Let's keep it all the way real. If Cardi B were to come on the Wiley Show and we do a sit down in my apartment, she just come in my apartment, we do an interview. No promo, my life changed overnight. Dinner space. You understand what I'm saying? It changes overnight.
Yeah.
A sit down, especially an in-person interview, and you get into some things, right? It hit differently. Interviews hit differently. I don't care what you say, it does. And even though he had a Sukiana, it did not hit for his career, but it helped him in a sense to get more exposure. But he didn't make a bag off that interview. He took a loss. But was it a good risk? It was, because it introduced Armand to more of the mainstream, people that have never heard about his show, that read these blogs. Oh, let me subscribe to the Armand Wiggins show, right?
But have they subscribed? Did you check the number?
No, the subscribe number, no. Now, I will say that he's been holding steady of with 4,000 to 5,000 people. That's a good, strong number.
What about subscriptions?
Subscriptions, no. I'm not the subscribe, no big number. But when you look at Tasha K live viewers, Armand is at a big. I'm good with that. Like 4,000 to 5,000. Tasha K, let's give a live number. Ain't she like about 6,000, 7,000 or 8,000?
Yeah,
around that, right?
Roughly,
I know Lovely T sometimes get like 10,000 more. For Armand Wiggins to have that, he is a threat to T.S. Madison. To Tasha K. And Tasha K don't like this when I say that. And I know some of my own core supporters don't like when I say that. But that's why Tasha K can't stand Armand Wiggins, because he get that live viewers, and he did it without her. You know what I'm saying? Or you could say he did it with her, right? He have dominated that industry, right?
So is that consistently without Tasha's name in his title?
I think that's consistent without Tasha's name at the title. Yes, I think he's been, because I've been watching him, because Tasha K painted. Oh, you only get that? Yeah. And no, because his numbers has been holding steady. Now, we can continue to keep this argument going, right, and see about the upcoming weeks. But right now, he's been very strong with the 4,000 to 5,000 live viewers, and that
I smell a challenge.
That is a challenge. Without him using Tasha K now,
challenge. Call it out. Call out the challenge.
I think that you're challenging him not to talk about Tasha K in the title and see if he can pull those same numbers. Is that the challenge you're giving?
Yeah, and then talk about her. Well, he just recently talked about her. So this is, what's his number for this current?
Because this is 69,000 Tasha K, T.S. Madison Tasha K, 64,000 Tasha K, Tasha K 63,000.
So the next time he go live,
and then without Tasha K, this is a video. Ice Spice, Lotto, BET Words, Sukihana, they got 75,000. 1 month ago, this was without Tasha K. This is and this before Sukihana. Well, wait a minute. This was about Tasha K, because it said Tasha K crashes out. Armand Wiggins. So okay. Well, let me go back to another one. Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice. Okay, Nicki. So yeah. So I understand. If you look at that, he does get higher engagement with Tasha K. So she didn't lie about that. Even though he get views without her, it's higher views. Okay, we could say this. Even though he get views without Tasha K, he get higher views talking about Tasha K. That is a fact. Higher than even Nicki Minaj. So she didn't technically she didn't lie about that, because he get higher views, and now he can't deny it. Like, let's be clear. And so when people, even when I talk about Armand, if Armand Wiggins get into a controversy, he get jumped or he get high, or he get pooped on or something, people gonna come to if I talk about it, I get higher views. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Because Wiley is known of talking about Armand. The reason why Armand get higher views talking about Tasha is because he known they're in the algorithm together, right? I don't get high views talking about Storm like I do Armand Wiggins. If he's all clean and no mess, but if he is some mess, I can eat off that. Like right now, we talking about that and the views are higher. Why? Because, he talking about Armand. And I understand it, because I know you're going to be sending the videos to people. Wiley talking about you. They send the video because you're talking to the Armand Wiggins artist. Now, they're going to stay in the bushes. That's fine. I just want you to watch me. Hell, I don't want you to comment if you don't want to comment, but just watch. And now you got the T.S. Madison fan base in great. And speaking about T.S. Madison, Milagro just came out in support of Tasha K and said that T.S. Madison is out of order because she is still a man. So the women is on Tasha K's side. Absolutely. Yeah. The women is on Tasha K's side. Even Milagro Grams came out in defense of Tasha K. And T.S. Madison didn't win that public argument. She tried to team with Armand, but Armand Wiggins is not a black woman. In order for that argument to work, T.S. Madison, your ally got to be a strong, powerful black woman. But there is none. Lovely T ain't gonna stand with you because you beef with her. She's a natural born woman, right? Nick at Night ain't gonna do it because she cried in the sock. She ain't no ally. Bonnie Blue ain't gonna do it because she getting paid over there from Tasha K. So she don't have no women allies. And the ones that might want to do it ain't gonna do it. And Laverne Cox with that deep raspy voice, we are women. This is my existence. Her voice was deeper than mine. And I got natural testosterone and hormone. Right or wrong? Laverne Cox's voice is deeper than mine. And I've been a man for years.
You mean for all your life?
I mean, all my life I've been a man. But but man, she said that man, whatever testosterone, baby, that manhood, man, eating them shots up. I'm a man. I'm a real man. Support my existence. I said, what is the disaster is this? If you don't sit down Laverne Cox and get out, I mean, that voice was deeper than mine. I'm like, who granddaddy up on the screen here? I don't know if you saw that. It's my existence.
Okay.
This is my existence. Y'all honor me. I'm like, good God. I said, who granddaddy on this screen here? But yeah, that voice was deep. I don't mean no harm. It was really, really deep. But you know, I just saw that. It is what it is. But I had a good time enjoying it. I did. It was a good. I mean, that voice was deep. And there's no shade. Laverne Cox, yes, she's a trans, but baby, she got a deep voice. Baby, she got one of them deep voice. She can go on and sing "Lean on Me." Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But I am a woman. I'm not a man. Why can't we get on? I am trans. I am a female. I take my hormones. I got my chest beat. So what my voice is low. I am a trans woman, natural women, swallow your pride. You may have a maxi pad. I still got my sauces, but so what? I got 12 inches. You got a maxi pad. You know, just so I don't know why I got into that. But whatever it is, y'all have a happy.
I love you.
I'm gonna get out of that debate because it's a lose-lose. Because it's a lose-lose situation, baby. I'm dedicated. I love women. I love trans. I love them all. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I stand with biological women. Period. Natural. I love them. I love trans. I just love everybody. But I'm not gonna get into that tug of war. Ain't gonna happen because you got the deep voice over here. You got Madison tell people to lick on her man part, and Milagro Graham said this. She said she shouldn't be telling a woman to lick her because you still got a man part. Mm-hmm. I just think that T.S. Madison give confusing messages as a trans woman because one, like I'm gonna just move on. Okay. But at the end of the day, Icon, man, I just mind my business. I see this stuff, and I just because at one point they labeled me as homophobic, as Richard. You know, they all teamed up against me. But I just got my own mind. At the end of the day, man, y'all do what y'all got to do. Even what was her name? Cherry Boom.
Oh, Cherry the Boom.
Yeah, Cherry the Boom has something to say. Yeah, okay, y'all are natural women. Okay, natural women. Women natural. Now they're making a joke out of natural women at the end of the day. This is too much, child. This is too much. But I'm here for it all. Then you got to look at Storm interviewing a male adult entertainer.
Mm-hmm. The views is not viewing now.
The views is low because ain't nobody into that. Let's be clear.
So Storm come back on your show and apologize to you. I would then give him.
Yeah, I think Storm got to come back and apologize. Yeah, because that ain't it. Like he's abandoning what worked. What worked was celebrities. That would work with him. He did the white jacket, and we bringing back the white jacket. So we gonna bring back the doctor. So we gonna take every idea he had. We gonna use it. Where my belt at? Do I got my belt? Where my belt? Okay, I ain't got my belt. I put my towel on. You know, I ain't got my belt. But we gonna bring all that back. I'm taking all his ideas and we gonna duplicate it. And I'm gonna help him I'm gonna make him a better person, right? Because when I take the ideas, he gonna wind up doing it again. I'm gonna bring the belt back. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna bring the celebrity doctor, celebrity doctor. You could, celebrity doctor. Oh, you don't have to call it just the celebrity doctor. You know what I'm celebrity eye doctor. Eye doctor. Whatever the claim is, you can still talk about it. You don't have to label it, website it. You can still talk about it. You can say I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying? And I talk about celebrity. Hello, Dr. Wiley. I'm Kaya. You know what I'm saying? Can you touch me on my inside part? So I mean, not like touch on inside part. None offense, Kaya. I'm talking about like, no. Okay, I'm an eye doctor. Whatever the case may be. I'm gonna take all his ideas, so we'll see about it. We gonna bring back the celebrity doctor.
Wally, quick question. Speaking of Kaya, did Kaya talk about this nonsense?
I don't know if Kaya talked about that nonsense because she got a website that's $300 a month. Her website costs a lot of money. Her website costs so she may have been talking about it on her website. So we definitely gonna talk about it. I'm gonna call one of my producers because she actually subscribed to her website. So I'm gonna see.
I think I might know that producer. Is she from New York?
Yeah, she's from New York. You already know.
I know that producer.
Yeah, she love Michelle ATL and she love Kaya and she don't mind dragging me. She can't stand T.S. Madison.
I know that producer.
Okay, you know what I'm talking. That's like a day one, but she loved Kaya. I remember Kaya and Armand. And Kaya and Armand, he's such a liar. And Kaya, she created the Queen's Court in Kaya when Christmas. And Kaya been doing the celebrity. She been talking about the celebrity back in Kaya. Like she's a Kaya historian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a sidebar. I'm really about to hang up and go back in the bushes. But your guest that you had on last night, you guys did amazing.
Thank you.
It was a Kiki. Tracer Raw came in and made it hot.
He did. He
did. It was everything. Also, I know they were talking about his teeth. Just if you don't have the funds right now, definitely you can look into like dentist school.
Yeah.
And the because they have to pass their class, so look into that as well.
Yeah, and then also too, he's a veteran and everything. But thank you for showing. It was a good show. It was a good show last night. People were saying we together.
It was real late.
They talk about sleep. Listen. I will always bring people and have great conversation with people, consenting adults. You know what I'm saying? And we just getting on camera having a conversation, and it was good. It was something new for the channel, right? We got some female, and now the females are a little different. Mm-hmm. And they're gonna be it's gonna be real, but they got to be able to do. I really want Aaliyah TV to come on the show, because that's gonna be dope. I'm gonna check with Aaliyah TV if she want to come on the show and bring her in the studio, because I don't mind bringing a Carlee in, because you can talk about my I really don't, because whatever. It's all about entertainment. I'm thinking about Aaliyah TV because yeah, but Icon is so messy. He always open me up and having these conversations. And also that's what making me a better creator, because Icon he been following my channel for years. I consider him a day one supporter. And you've been there for me, and thank you to Tasha K. She's been a day one. She looked at my arm and she was concerned and she thought it was skin cancer. So
that was nice of her,
I think, but that's let me know that she have a soft spot for Wiley. Yeah. Even though she DM me that, and I'm still blocked, but she still, for me, she still watch it. And I understand, and maybe, and this is another theory I'm gonna say about Tasha K, why I got Icon on that. Maybe she truly was a fan and her staff didn't like it. Maybe she truly was a fan. It could have been a possibility.
She's a little shady.
You're a little shady. I think she really became a fan of the Wiley Show. But I think her staff Chelsea, and she good looking. I'm gonna tie that up. When I get some money, she gonna be. I'm coming through that, and she know that. All right. Anyway,
but speaking of her, Chelsea did say this on air that she will block someone and Tasha K won't even know or something like that.
Yes.
I remember something
yeah,
like
but I think honestly, Tasha K had no choice but to do it. She know that Wiley is blocked. So, but they unblocked me from the backup page. I'm unblocked from the backup page. Maybe I'll be unblocked from the main page. I don't know. But when she talked about my arm, Big Mama, your arm. When she talked about my arm, that let me know that she cared a little bit about me. Okay. Because if you didn't, right, a little key, and I like that, and it's great. But I do want to meet Tasha K. I just think it's her staff. And then when Chelsea said, I think me and Tasha, we have an understanding, but I just don't want to kiss her. But first of all, I just don't like to kiss. Now I do love to eat butt. Okay, but it's the difference between trying to kiss and bowing down. I'm an alpha man, right? I want to be, and it's a Scorpio. I want to be myself because everybody, Storm tried to control me. Armand tried to control me. Tasha tried to control me. They all offered me deals, and we turned them down. Armand offered me a great deal. He said, come live with me in California. You can stay in one of the rooms with me and King. You can stay in one of the rooms, right? He invited
me make it first, and then you make it.
Right. It sounded good, but when it would have worked, I think it probably would not have worked unless I had to be subservient. Is that the correct word? I had to be subservient to the master, and that would have been Armand Wiggins. And I just wasn't willing to do that. Now, if I wasn't a person that had a show, had my own dream, I'm comfortable in being a servant and being a house Negro, Master We Sick, Master We Getting Veneers, then I'd have been okay with that. But I had my own show. And did he offer me to come to California? Yes, but he didn't send no plane ticket or no bus ticket. That having an offer is different than actually getting a plane ticket. And then Jonathan called. He actually showed up with the bus plane. He could afford the plane. He showed up with a bus ticket, and Armand actually had his own place where he stayed with Theo and Jonathan. They lived together. They lived in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a pool and everything. It was great. I thought they was rich. Could tell how poor I was, and so that was my first time seeing somebody living that good with no roaches or rats. Right. so Jonathan offered me that, and then Theo came and picked me up. Armand Wiggins just wasn't in that predicament to do it. And then I think it would have worked because we would have gotten to know each other personally. He would have got to know Wiley personally. And I don't think he'd have been strong enough to deal with my mental illness, right? He's not strong enough for that. So it worked so well with Jonathan, and then it did with Armand, because Jonathan knew me. He knew me before y'all knew me, and I don't think Armand.
I hear someone calling in.
Oh, okay. You want to go? Okay, love you. Okay. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good, Wiley. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. What's on your mind?
Hey, I got a question for you.
Question for me.
And this is how I feel about it. Like, what issues do you really have with T.S. Madison? Because it sounds like you're very resentful towards her. Like, you have some kind of malice thing going on. Is it because you've been rejected or something in life?
Rejected by who?
You've been rejected by a lot of content creators. Tasha K, Armand Wiggins. Anytime you don't get your way,
rejected,
trying to attack people.
Oh.
And my thing is this, honey, you and that fly with a lot of stuff holding you down.
Right.
Whatever happened to you in your trauma in life, you need to get that shit fixed. Because it seems like you got a very bad problem. And you being a gay person, it seems like you're very homophobic as well.
Gay? Excuse me? First of all, I'm not gay.
You are gay, and the lies.
Even you slept with women. Now let me tell you
Wiley,
this.
You ain't messing around with no
Okay, can I say this, sir? Can I say this, sir? Hold on. Can I say respond to you? How in the world that you can honor a woman about her feelings and honor her as being a woman, and then discredit me about what I am? You a hypocrite. Hold on 1 second, sir. How can you honor T.S. Madison on her feelings of her identify as being a woman, and then I'm telling you I like women and men, and you telling me that ain't true? Wow.
You do that to gaslight people.
I do that to gaslight. But you never have you ever met me in person? Have you ever met me in person, sir?
Don't no women want you, Wiley.
You said don't no women want me? Oh, why do you say that? Why don't no one?
Barely get a man.
I can barely get a man. Okay. Okay, I can
reject you. You have an attitude, and you get disgusted, and you have an attitude,
okay.
and then you want to play a mad day with every doggone body on Facebook. Honey, fix your trauma and fix your life.
Okay, can I ask you this? Can I say this, sir? Can I say this, sir? He said I barely can get a woman. I don't understand. And then he's running away from it, and this got to be Oliver's boyfriend. It must have been Oliver's boyfriend. Is that Oliver? Is that Oliver boyfriend? I don't know. Or it could be Chi with a voice box. I don't know, but I want to answer that question. First and foremost, he said, I barely can get a man. Clearly, you see the man that I have. It's not hard getting a man, nor if it's hard getting a woman. Okay? I'm just not going to settle, right? But you can't tell me, why do you don't like Tasha K? T.S. Madison. First and foremost, I will always be critical of T.S. Madison. And I didn't like that she wanted a woman to lick on her man parts. Right? I don't give a darn. You want to label me hobo, whatever, phobic. I have helped so many gay people. And I know my resume has speak for some men that you have seen and men that you have not seen. I've help people bills. I help take people to doctor's appointment. I help see people when they got their last rites, when they got a disease that's incurable. I've been in rooms with masks and gowns, been there when their family thrown away, and I'm right there. So I've helped put people in rehab. So you cannot tell me about what I have done for the gay community. But I'm not gay. I cannot be gay if I'm attracted to females. That's impossible. When you like men and women, the best I can be is bi. But the issue with gay men, just like this young brother that called in, they can't phantom because all they take is peen. So they can't phantom that. But you can phantom a woman putting on a dress and a wig, and they can be who they want to be, but I can't be who I want to be, in which we never met this young brother. We never met him. We're going to call him back on the air. We never met this young brother. We never met him. And maybe that's a T.S. Madison supporter. Maybe he's one of her adult workers that didn't get paid. Or could be the victim. I don't know. I can't really speak up on that. Maybe T.S. Madison told him to come through to drag me. Okay?
Your call has been forwarded.
Yeah, maybe T.S. Madison told him to come drag me. But Carl, don't run. But we going to talk about you, right? And this young brother never met Brother Wiley. Okay? But what is my issue with T.S. Madison? Number one, she never came on the Wiley Show, and she got mad because I took up with VS from TSCC. Y'all know who VS is. VS went to T.S. Madison concert in Virginia, and on the table, there were chicken bones in the cup. And one of her workers, T.S. Madison head workers, Shelly, brought weapons to the event, chains and weapons. And the promoter of the Queen Supreme Court said that Funky Neva went to go take on some booger sugar. He's supposed to be on stage doing mic check. He putting stuff up his nose. That's what the promoter said. So the story came across my desk at that time, VS, TSCC. Okay? Came on our show, talked about it, we talked about it, and T.S. Madison was mad ever since. So Funky Neva, many years ago, took a break from the Queen Supreme Court, called into VS show, and said, "What's your problem? Do you know who S. Hutchinson is? Oh, Shelly? And Funky Neva said, I don't know no Shelly. Who that? A fan? I don't know. And Funky Dineva said, I will refund you back the money because you felt that you did not get no chicken and that it was used chicken bones in the cup. Later on in that broadcast, T.S. Madison called into the show in the beef sector. Did she? And she said, girl, you know, I know what you're trying to say. Girl, you doing this for corn. Girl, I know your teeth. And then VS from TSCC hung up the phone off of her. She said, you ain't going to control my platform. I'm VS. She hung up the phone and T.S. Madison refunded her back her $250. And Funky Dineva sent her $250 because they was mad at her talking about, and that was the power of the beef sector, baby. I ain't talking about this new beef sector, people on the thumbnails. Baby, I'm talking about the beef sector when we came on camera. We was proud being in the Section 8 sector, the low rent sector on camera. And I stood by the side of VS from TSCC. Did we stand by her side? This before she got arrested and slapped an old lady with some pancakes and eggs and bacon. That's before that. We talking about the VS with the tattoo on her chest. The VS that was slim. The VS that was in her bathroom. The VS before a criminal record. Before she slapped somebody with a slab of bacon. We talking about that VS. Right? So we was in the Section 8 sector. I was the king. I dominated that sector. I got my roots from that sector. Right? And T.S. Madison went live. Even Wiley talked about it. Right? And she got upset because she couldn't control me. Then her and Oliver were talking about me. Oliver, I met him. This when he was a real man. This when me and him was in the hotel room together. We ain't do nothing. Good looking guy. And I knew Oliver was fake because he tried to pretend he was so bougie. He loved to get them cakes clapped. You know, I could get that if I wanted it, but I refused it. I didn't like a man to have like gray hair in the middle of you. You know, you got some gray hair like a gray dust ball. I didn't know. But he know me. I love Oliver. So they start talking about T.S. Madison. And then I reached out to Oliver to work with the Wiley Show to help us with our editing stuff. He contacted me back, said, due to you talking about T.S., I can't work with you. But T.S. Madison couldn't keep paying him. And I told Oliver politely, I told him on the phone, I said, and I saw him back in October of last year, I said, you are dedicated to a woman that can't always pay you your check. And I was going to pay you faithfully, and you pooped on me with that. How's that working? It ain't working for you, brother. Right? And so I told Oliver. I told him. And so he ain't real with that. And then Oliver, he tried to come on my show and try to talk to me. Didn't want to come on StreamYard, trying to talk to me on Instagram. Baby, you ain't strong enough to come for me. Baby, please. I ain't none of no members on Chasing LA or Atlanta. I ain't weak. I'm strong. I'm too powerful. Everybody else bow down to you, the power of three. If I was on there, it wouldn't have been no power of three. How are you a power of three? One is a scammer. One is an escort. One went to China, lying to them Chinese people, talking about she could bring billions of dollars of hair. That didn't happen. Had to come back home in boxes. She scammed her way and owned a chicken restaurant. Found out she didn't have her paper and lost the restaurant. Then went back to Thailand. You ain't doing a good job. You ain't no power of three. Sit down with your foolish self. So they did and getting paid for free. Right? Now this their last season of Chasing Atlanta because there ain't no more to chase. What more can you do? They ain't none of them ain't in no mansion. None of them ain't in no BMW. They all on the bus. They all working regular job. They are all working at Pizza King. What have you chased? Out of all the years you've been on Chasing Atlanta, you still working for free. You still in that same 1-bedroom apartment. You ain't in no mansion. You ain't in no BMW. And the owner of Chasing, boyfriend, get eating good steaks, and they living good, and y'all still struggling. You hear me? And this your last season of Chasing Atlanta. And then they ain't got Kendra G because she's somewhere back arrested, committing crime, got warrants, running from the law, scamming, got more warrants. What have you accomplished being on that show from the years that you've been on? Nowhere. You ain't got nothing else to chase. Councilman, chasing nothing. Chasing more debt. So, and they upset about that. They couldn't control Brother Wiley. And then we reviewed the chase in LA. Remember, we reviewed it. They couldn't take it. They ain't strong enough to take it. Y'all want to be celebrity, but can't even take Wiley review. Baby, you ain't ready for the mainstream. Shut down with your foolish self. You ain't ready. And TS can't take criticism. If you can't take a Wiley clap back, you ain't ready for the mainstream. Shut down. And go back to the host role. So, when I seen T.S. Madison and all of these people, they get mad at, but then when you see them, oh, wow, look at Wiley. You ain't going to try nothing. You ain't stupid because you're going to jail. Everything you got, you're going to lose it. I'm going to every court date. You ain't going to have nothing. Okay? So I go to Atlanta and I see them. They, oh, look at Brother White. Because I'm a alpha, man. I ain't no beta. I'm a real man. I don't wear wigs, makeup. I'm real. Okay? So they just can't take it. They're very sensitive people. But they want to be famous. Baby, if you can't take a Wiley clap back, you ain't ready for fame. You ain't ready. Look at Armand Wiggins. He ain't ready for fame. Like he think he ready, he ain't ready. He can't take a Wiley clap back. He getting his feeling he want to burn up people's book and have a temperature chair and snort stuff up his nose. And get mad because the internet ain't working because you paying that Airbnb $4,000-$5,000 a month for Airbnb. You that came out about moving to Augusta, Georgia. You try to compete and you should visit LA, stupid. And then you got the other brother out there struggling. Another YouTuber out there couldn't even get a haircut. Here you are at the event stinking. And somebody say he stank. You didn't even have a haircut. You trying to go to Zeus and you couldn't even go through a barber. Sit down. Y'all trying to chase something. It's too expensive out. You ain't got money like that. Sit down. Consequently, used to go live every day on YouTube, but the check ain't big enough. You got to go work a regular job. It's expensive in California. Do you know how expensive it is in California? It's expensive. I ain't ready. It's rough out there in California. You got to know what you're doing if you want to live in California. Because that ain't no cheap city. It's not. LA ain't cheap at all. Very. And then most people you try to impress, they broke and struggling. The same people you try to impress is broke. And her mind got mad. I don't know why I'm on this subject. And T.S. Madison, I try to call the person back. Let me call that person back. You want to call back in and stuff like that. Let me see if I can call him back. See if he gonna answer. Let me see if he gonna answer.
How can I help you?
Well, first of all, you called into the Wiley Show. I want to continue the dialogue. You man, can we do that? Can we continue the dialogue?
Go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, you asked me about T.S. Madison. Number one, I think she's a hypocrite, and I think she stole from Kaya. I think she did not honor a real, authentic, true, natural woman.
For one thing, Kaya is not a natural, true woman. Kaya is a fucking demon from fucking hell. Is what the fuck Kaya is.
So she's not natural.
She's no goddamn body.
She's not natural.
It don't matter who she is. She's a fucking demon from hell. That's what Kaya is. A damn nobody. T.S. Madison helped her. She brought her pickle ass truck on T.S. Madison's property, driving down the damn property. Anything T.S. Madison tried to get her to go ahead and get everything together and organize, they can put a stamp on everything. She didn't come up with a half of the money, so T.S. Madison went and got everything under her name. Kaya never paid up her money. That's why everything was under their mutual names with each other. So know the facts when you start spewing out stuff that you don't know about.
Mm-hmm. Can I say this? Is the Queen Supreme Court still thriving?
T.S. Madison is big and better than that. Moved on way beyond that, hon.
I'm asking a question. Is the Queen Supreme Court still thriving?
No, because T.S. Madison let it go. She didn't want it no more.
Do you know that she's on tour?
Yes.
With the Queen Supreme Court?
She can pick it up and put it down there as she pleases. It's hers. She trademarked it.
Did you know the tickets wasn't selling out?
For one thing, T.S. Madison has not done anything since she did the Atlanta show at the City Winery. And that was a very sold out show.
What about Bros? That didn't sell out.
Well, hell, she got her money. That's all that matters. Did anybody call you to go do a movie?
It didn't sell. It didn't sell out.
Do you have money to go do a award tour and go have and fill up half of a venue?
Yes.
I think not.
It didn't sell out.
Did you ever go videotape? Did you ever go videotape when you sit up there and you call yourself having a book signing or release for all your fans to go meet you? So since you ain't got the resources to go,
it didn't succeed.
It didn't succeed. What you don't know about, hon.
Nobody. Did you? Can I ask you this question? Did you go and purchase a ticket to go see Bros?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What was the movie about?
For one thing, I'm not here to go talk about a movie.
I'm asking you a question. No, you said you purchased. You said you purchased a ticket. You said you are a fan of T.S. Madison. What was that movie about?
I did it, hon.
What was that movie about? What was it about? What was it about?
The one thing, honey, I'm not on trial.
I'm asking you a question. If you claim, if you claim,
other people that call your show on
if
trial,
you claim, okay, skip that. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Hold on. I understand that. Cause let me tell you. Okay. I want to say this, sir. Can I say this? Okay, let me say this. I understand this. Let me say this though. Okay, and he hung up. But I watched the movie. It was about a white man. He was doing a podcast. Open up with that. He was on Grindr, right? He wanted to work into doing a museum honoring LGBT folks, and they thought Abraham Lincoln was gay, etc. They talked about they had T.S. Madison and they had Lawrence on there at a conference room talking and etc. Then the young main character, the white character, met somebody with a body on there in the club, and they start developing sex and everything. And it was a very good white movie, right? So we sat in that theater alone. It was nobody there. I was the only one there. But you claim that you are a fan of T.S. Madison. And you didn't even know what the movie is about. So, sis, boo thing, honey boo, honey bun, sit down with your foolish self. You're not in a moral position to tell me about T.S. Madison when you didn't even know the movie. What was the movie about? You weren't even there. Didn't even watch it on Peacock. You didn't see that movie. Stop that lie. You're supposed to be a fan of her, but didn't view her. See, I will drag you and still support you. Can you say the same, my dear bottom brother? Honey boo boo, honey bun, bookie boo, boo, bottom boo, bottom badissy. Did you support T.S. Madison movie? No, you didn't. Sit down. You weren't in the theater. I was. So I could speak. Because I don't have that blood of no support. I sat in the seat supporting T.S. Madison. And so I can speak. And I'm speaking about T.S. Madison. Because I viewed her movie. I was the only one in the theater. Nobody on this screen have watched and supported and viewed and reviewed T.S. Madison movie for Brother Wiley. Not Down Low Storm, not the drunken demon Armand, and not the Lime Witch, Tasha K. None of them talked about T.S. Madison's show. But Brother Wiley did. Not even the bottom buzzy talked about the show. But we talked about it. Did we? We discussed that show. And we kept it real. We talked about it. We discussed it. So I can talk about it because I bag it up with my finances. When Armand had that song out, I'm not the one. We bought it. Deposit your check. We bought it. We sat there and we purchased it. So yes, I can talk about it. So though it was just a few of us that purchased his records, I was one of the 12. We didn't just stream it. We purchased it from iTunes. So when he got his new record out, we would purchase and talk about it. Storm didn't do it. Brother Wiley did. So yes, I will talk about these people. They are all public figures and they can be talked about. They ain't living no private life. We gonna talk about them right now because this is what we do. This is a talk show. This is a talk show. And so we gonna talk about it. Oh, we might go back live today. We gonna talk about it. All right. Oh, my guest is asleep. So we probably gotta do the members only tomorrow because he's asleep. It said Wiley covers everything. Yes, I do. I cover everything. Thank you so very much. It's on the contract to receive no refund, no exchange, no nothing. Nada, 0 zilch. Okay, I was right. Episode pull me out of the bushes because I know we entertaining. Yes, I did see that Milagro was on my Wicked Station here. We will cover that. We're going to cover that in a new video. We're going to talk about these people. That's what we going to do. We going to talk about them. And you can't stop us from doing it because y'all consume me for talking about them. Just like that person called in and defend TS, but you can't defend her. You support her financially. Sit down with your foolish self. My fault. You was too hard on Miss Mary. I got to tell her the truth. I got to tell her the truth. Mama is content. She in that kitchen cooking chicken. So what? She bumping into walls. She gonna be some content. She on the video. I tell my mom, oh, don't you come on this camera with that wig and that nappy gray hair and that wig twisting to the side. You better not come on. You're going to be some content. I'm going to talk about you first. Oh, okay, let me not come on your show. So she had to walk around the camera because you're going to be some content. So with that camera on, I put signage up. You come up on this camera, you're going to be some content. So my mama makes sure she go around or sometimes I turn off the camera because that wig, good God Almighty, of Zion. Baby, that's gonna be about a 15-part series. So when we took the video, when we went to the church, we went to the gospel concert, she put on her best wig. All right. She slapped that wig on there. She looked pretty nice. And I think that video got 1.1 thousand views. 1.1 thousand likes on there with me and my mama. She put on her best. When we went to the store, she picked it out. I think it was a number 4, number 5. I didn't know they got different numbers on the wig. I said, what kind of mess is this? But she look good. So, and so she put on her good old YouTube wig. Because your son is a superstar. So, but yeah. Absolutely. Tasha K tell her members the tickets are email. Keep it private. Don't tell the public. Change if you want to so bad. Oh, wait, what did she say? Okay. They said Tasha K should tell only her members that pay for the tickets in an email. Keep it private. Don't tell the public. Change if you. Yeah, I feel you. They said my child just asked me as I watching church. They said, Wiley, I know you was ready for him. Yes. Thank you. Put on your YouTube wig. But I love my mama. You know what I'm saying? And my mother told me that you got to have thick skin because if you want to be, you got to have thick skin. And my niece, she's a superstar. She's going to be a powerful young woman. Every time I go, I ain't got to listen to you. I love her. She's adorable. She's really, really adorable. I ain't got to listen to you. You don't live here. Y'all heard how my niece be tearing me up. I try to be an alpha and she make me a beta. Soon as the cameras come on, she want to be outside. She love YouTube because that's all they watch is Family Channel. And so I want to put the family on there and then I keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to, but sometimes you can't hide it because the cameras are on. And you know, kids is kids. I said, sit down. I ain't got to listen to you. You ain't my daddy. You don't live here. She told me what it is. She be eating me up. My niece don't play no games. I ain't got to listen to you. I love my nieces. And I know when I go back to Chicago, if I eat, you got to feed the whole house. So I went there, brought some case of water. It's everybody case of water. You bring some case of salt, it's everybody. You better hide it. You better hide a secret place. And then they'll find that secret stash. Baby, you bring some fried chicken from here, and you better have about a 30 piece because everybody gonna want a piece of chicken. I said, I try to be strong, know how to have no juice. Man, please. They can get whatever. So if you come there, you better not come with no 6 piece. That 6 piece gonna be. You gotta have a 30 piece. Everybody gonna want some chicken. You come with a pizza, it better be an extra large jumbo pizza. They all gonna want. If I eat, and my niece, I can't say no to my baby niece. Uncle, I want the uncle. I'm like, okay. And sometimes I don't want to share. If I bring some popcorn, everybody popcorn. And I can't leave it. At least I love my niece. They do ask. I will honor them for that. They do ask. My niece asked. She said, Uncle, can I get some of your popcorn? Can I get some of your soda? And I said, niece, you already had a donut and everything. I will say that if I put some down, that's for them. But for my nephew, baby, you better have everything. Your Social Security, your ID, your green card. And they gonna steal it. Now, I will say for my nieces, they don't steal. But I've left B7 on. But my nephew, I love him. But he's a thief. That's a criminal in training. You better hide everything and lock it up. And then before he leaves, you better do a search. Head to toe search. Because he got something. He just stole something. He like his daddy. He's a thief. I love my nephew, but he will steal. Okay. I love my nephew. I love my family. And y'all get a piece of my family. He's a criminal in training. And I'm trying to break that spirit. I would love to raise my nephew, but he got some ignorant parents. Fat mama, fat, heavy breathing, pre-diabetic. So they think I want to raise them to get a social to get a check. What check is that? IRS refund check. They don't want me to do it. But my nephew wanted me to. But nevertheless, no fat woman, fat tail. I'm getting kind of pissed thinking about. I'm thinking about getting. Even Alexa start talking. Siri start talking. Fat woman. Nevertheless, yeah, no, I'm a man of my business, but I love my family. All right, I'm on YouTube. I love my family. They are good, but they are something, baby. The drama, the family, it's good family drama. Like it's family, and thank God I got somewhere to go in a cocoon if I want to go to another state for a couple of weeks. I think I. So I told my boss in Chicago, I said, listen, I'm training. So when I get wealthy, I want to have, now I understand a summer estate, a spring estate, fall estate, a different location, a place on the side, apartment here. I love that. I want to be rich to keep that up. Okay. I want to be rich. All right. So I love that I can keep apartment. I can go and travel because baby, I love my space, but I love my family too. I love my space. I love my space. Everybody get high ranks and likes when they talk about my girl Tasha K. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's listened to the old video. Your brother gonna get mad you talking about his baby money. I love it, but I love my space. I love my, but I also love my family. You know what I'm saying? When I go spend time with family, I spend time with family. That's family. That's family. And I still do my YouTube, and then y'all get a piece of my my niece and everything. They love they uncle, and I love my nieces. And that this is a time is gonna go by so fast. They're gonna be in high school now. They're just my niece is in second. My baby niece, she's not in school yet. So this is great. They need a male father figure that they can look up to. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. So love y'all so very much. Thank y'all so very much for that. Thank y'all for the support, for y'all massive support. Just thank y'all. Y'all have truly blessed the Wiley Show by y'all massive support. Now, can y'all like the video? Okay. I need y'all to like the video. I need y'all to like the video. All right. Like the video. Like the video. All right. I like the video. No. They said, I can't believe you aren't talking about the UFO hearings. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That is not my area of expertise. And I thought I had an alien on my back porch. I said, they coming for me. I don't know if I want to talk about that. Wow, that's so crazy. Oh my gosh. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. All right. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all so very much. Members, y'all be on the lookout. We may do a members only tonight. I got to go shopping. Thank y'all so very much. This video, I was not preparing for this to be 3 hours and 21 minutes, but thank y'all so very much. This was a good show. Make sure, little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember, put God first. Make sure y'all hit the cash app, please. All right, $ Marquise Wiley 28. We gonna beg y'all, and make sure y'all please hit that like button. Now, come on, y'all. The likes happen, but thank y'all. We reached good numbers today. Y'all like the long videos. Y'all don't like short videos, so we gonna keep that up. Thank y'all so very much. Members, don't forget, we doing a members only live tonight. We about to eat. We got Jamaican Prince. bringing him on again for our Zoom meeting. All right. So he's going to come back on for that. We're going to be a little bit more authentic over there over on the Zoom meeting. All right. So give me the Zoom meeting. Okay. I'm about to, let me do this right now. Let me know if y'all can still see me. Can y'all still see me and hear me? Give me a second. Press one if y'all can still see me and hear me. Oh, wait. Okay. Can y'all still see me and hear me? All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. Send me all. Okay. Okay, y'all can still see me. Okay. All right. Let me start up the Zoom. Let me sign in. All right. Let me create. Let me create. All right. We ask that y'all please do not. I want y'all to be a fucking mess, okay? On this Zoom. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go eat. Is you gonna cook? Oh, he don't want to. I love him because he do not be making no sounds. That's Okay, I'm gonna be a bottom tonight, y'all. Cause he have been so quiet. He did not make any noise. And he allowed me to be me. I love that. Anyway, okay, let me get this together. Okay. And also, too, if you want to get to the Zoom, you can pay your $5 to the Cash App, and we will email it to you. So if you're the type of person say, hey, pay it, we're gonna be a bottom. Hey, Plain is Jane. Make sure you email me. You know I've been wanting to work collab with Plain is Jane forever. Like, she is my favorite Baltimore boss woman. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And she's from Baltimore. I love her so much. And I want her to get back to her 100,000 because that woman would have been at 300,000 subscribers because she kept it real with her stuff, like with R. Kelly. Like, no shade. If y'all don't have subscribed to her, y'all should. Like, I love that woman because she is so entertaining. And I love that she didn't give. Most people will give up if they lose their channel. That woman fall back, and we pray that she get back to her glory days, back to the 100,000 that she so deserve it, because she definitely deserved that. She do. She deserve it. She deserve it. All right. All right. I just put the Zoom information on there. All right. Hit the Cash App, y'all. Please do that, because we're going to get you more entertaining on there. Okay. To the Zoom, yes. Oh, to the Zoom, I want to come. Okay. If you want to come to the Zoom, Adrian, click that members only, sign up. For those that don't want to commit to a month, if you just want to commit to this one Zoom, you can hit the Cash App right now, $$ Marquise Wiley 28, and send me the email address. Okay. The Zoom is tonight. Okay. I'm about to go shopping because I think Boo is gonna cook. Let me stop saying it because y'all gonna really think this man he'll get it. Okay. So Zoom is tonight. Yes, the Zoom is tonight. Okay. I gotta go to the store. The Zoom is tonight. The Zoom is tonight. Okay. Yes. Planet J, love you. All right. We're going to be back, and we may hop back on YouTube too because there's so much topics that went on. Baby, I got my mojo back. I got my mojo back. The celebrity eye doctor is out. In the words of Milagro Graham, little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Okay. If you want to become a member, you can email me. If you want me to send you the link, you email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. If you want me to text you, 972-674-9462. Like you could text that and I'll send you the link. You could sign up. Or if you want to cash app it, $ Marquise Wiley 28. If you want to Zelle, wileyshow@gmail.com. Or you can do the PayPal as well. So it's definitely there. We cater to you definitely as well. We cater to you and we definitely see you there. All right. We have saved it up. Kevin, I want you to become a member. I already know you are a Amara Wiggins supporter. All right. So you come on out there, Amara Wiggins. I know that's you, Amara Wiggins, under that Kevin profile. That's probably Amara Wiggins' boyfriend. That's his boyfriend. I don't get what to say. Yeah. All right. All right. That's Amara Wiggins' boyfriend. Okay. I hope it is. All right. The celebrity eye doctor is out. Make sure y'all like, share, and we'll see y'all back in another video. Peace.